This week on Super Chats, GX Aura is now debuted. IRyS is now in 3D. And Holocure is now on Steam. I'm Nick.
I'm Cameron.
I'm Carlos.
And welcome to Super Chats. Oh, thank God. We finally got the intro out of the way.
Wow, we started the episode.
It only took us 45 minutes, guys.
We're getting better.
Yeah.
No, we're getting worse. We're getting way worse.
Yeah. As it goes on, you find it's all peaks and valleys, folks. It's all peaks and valleys. There, you got to ride the wave. All right. Why don't we start off with the big news, I guess, and we'll just jump right into Holocure.
18 hours.
Okay. Carlos.
I don't know, honestly.
Many, or just a few many?
I think I've played, specifically, I think I've played like 5 matches.
Okay. I haven't touched it.
We'll be on 5.
I have it downloaded, and I'm horrified to the point of not opening it because I know what it's going to do as soon as I do.
I got one of my friends to play it recently.
Mm-hmm. And how did that go?
They're a new person. There's no escaping it. It's crack.
I opened the Hollow House.
Yeah.
And I looked at the planting, and I put 1 plant in the ground. I'm like, oh no, I can't do this. I will do this on a day where I have nothing better to do.
That's my entire relationship with the game. From start to finish is I will at some point sit down, crack this game open, and really start at it, and it hasn't happened yet. I just don't have the time right now. Everything's going on in my life. So
For me, this is like the relaxation game. This is like I am tired of playing games that ask a lot of me. Mm-hmm. I just want to play something that's fun, that doesn't ask the world of you.
Completely understandable.
My state with the game right now is if I'm like watching something that I don't have to pay attention to entirely, or if I'm in like Discord with somebody and I'm just like, we're just having a conversation, I don't really want to commit to anything else. So I just like open the game and just brainlessly play for a while I'm talking.
You run and aim. Yeah, I mean, this game has tricked me into watching more streams, so hey.
I mean, there you go.
I saw Biboo's 6-hour Katamari stream while watching this.
I didn't add that to the document this week, and I really wanted to.
Bam, on the document, Biboo played Katamari. She sung poorly the whole time.
I really like that rock.
It's a good rock. She likes other rocks as well. It's a rock-based interest.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of my favorite streams I've seen by her, honestly.
Just playing Katamari.
Just playing Katamari.
I appreciate how much of a Katamari advocate she was. She's like, guys, this game's fun. It's the best game. The music's so good, and you roll around. It's like, thank you, Biboo.
And it's such a self-aware game, too.
Oh, I fucking love Katamari.
And it's stupid, and it knows it's stupid.
Because before I watched her
point, as far as I know.
Before I watched her play Katamari, I watched an hour-long video essay on the series, just every game reviewed.
Sure.
It was very interesting and fun to see a refresher in like the game's sense of humor in like more of like a meta context of like how did the later games not really get it as much? How were the earlier games really good about it, et cetera, et cetera.
I only play Nobby Boy.
Oh, you're one of those real fans.
Real fans.
Are you looking forward to his next project?
Yeah, I know what it is.
So I think it's called like T-Boy or something. Basically, it's about a boy who one day wakes up and he is stuck T-posing.
Oh, hell yeah.
He can no longer stop. The game's about his adventure. It's like an emotional, down-to-earth visual novel where he talks to friends and they're like, hey, what's up, dude? I can't stop. Uh-huh.
Oh, no.
I'm T-posing. What do you mean it's a meme? It's apparently really lighthearted and like feel good.
Huh.
Well, you know what my favorite thing from that stream, though, was? She's like, oh, I just realized this. I can't believe I haven't seen it before. The king from Katamari.
No.
He has a Chad face.
Yeah, he's a Chad. He's literally a Chad.
And they're self-aware about it, too. He mentions his own chin.
I'm so sad that I missed out on this stream.
Well,
it sounds like just a Kingdom stream.
I have good news. You can still watch it.
I can. Actually, she was playing Katamari again. Unless you guys are talking about something she streamed like today.
No.
No.
Okay, so she was playing it again today.
This was the start of her playthrough.
Yeah. She got 6 hours into a 10-hour game.
Okay. I was watching something earlier and it ended, and then I was suddenly watching her play Katamari. So
That seems to be how it's going right now. She's playing like games longer than all the rest of them.
Yes.
So anytime any of them end their stream, they just raid her.
Well, we have to remember what Biboo said. She likes to do challenge style content. So we can really expect for her to continue to try to shoot for these endurance streams.
yeah, she also said she really loves soundtracks. So Katamari.
I
makes
believe
sense.
her 100%.
Oh, which reminds me, I was watching her, I think it was last night a little bit too, like towards the end of the night.
Oh, yeah.
And she was playing Holocure.
Yeah, she was. I almost clicked on that. Oh, I knew better.
And she finished the hard stage.
Really?
Which night? Which day?
It was
There are 3 hard stages.
the Halloween
I
hard
got it.
stage.
Okay, so I think she's up to date on hard stages. Then I need to play that one because I think it's Myth or Treat. That's the remix. I fucking love Myth or Treat.
That one was rough.
Yeah.
If she wasn't playing Fauna, I don't know how she would have made it.
I have yet to beat the newest stage still. It's really rough. We should probably talk a little bit more about Holocure and how
Well,
much I'm
before
enjoying
that though, what's your favorite line from Myth or Treat?
it. Ding dong.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, though all of it's great.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not your waifu. I'm a pumpkin. Ding dong.
Yeah, that's
Like,
a great line.
Easily the best line.
It's the
of that
most
song.
Amelia Watson line possible.
Just love it so much.
She's waiting in the dead of the night. She's dead set on giving you a fright.
The entire song is just gold though.
So fucking Holocure. It is out. It comes with a big ol' update. It introduces all the members of ID into the game.
Free to play on Steam and itch.io.
So let me just run by from memory some of the abilities. I want to see you guys' reactions to some of it. We can also talk about some of the behind the scenes stuff about how the fuck this guy is managing to make literally the second best Vampire Survivor game. Like a genre that's super lucrative and very popular. He is making the second best one for free in his free time. Let me actually pull up a list of the characters that came out.
Well, it was all of Holo ID, right?
Yes, all of Hollow ID. And
So
unfortunately,
it's
I don't.
Risu, and the first generation of Holo ID is Risu, who is the nut squirrel.
Yes.
And then you got Muna, who is the moon goddess, Hoshinova Muna.
Oh, yeah.
And then you've got, how am I blanking on the first generation of ID?
Bad with pronouncing these.
Duh, it's Iofi. It's Ariana Iofi.
So here's where this is wild. They remind me all these Hollow ID gens have names. Area 15,
Ironic.
Holoro, and Hollow Hero.
Yeah.
I forgot they had names and themes.
I forget that all of the generations of just about all of Hololive members have a theme of some sort.
Yeah. Even so, I don't think it's an official title, but like Hololive JP Gen 4 is like fantasy.
Yeah.
Because it's the dragon and the princess and the knight and the elf, half elf, and whoever else is in there. Who am I missing? Who am I missing from Gen 4? Or no, wait, that's Gen 3. I don't remember anymore. Let's just go back to Holo ID.
So Muno, by the way, was like the first one. She was the one I was excited to play most in the new update.
So Muna throws a moon around her. I forget what her the rest of her kit is. She has something that changes like the lunar phase if you keep moving and stuff. That swaps her from like self-healing to attacking better. But her big thing is her super turns her into a moon goddess form where she deals extra damage and flies around.
Which is pretty sick, frankly.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Iofi, she like paintbrushes around. Her super pauses the game, I think, and like mix into like Okami mode where it lets you paint over people.
I have no idea how that works. I played her a few times too. I used her like ultimate, and then it's just like I just scribble like all over the screen. I don't know what I'm doing.
I know the other thing she has, I haven't played as her yet, is her kit's based around like how multilingual she is and like how creative she is. So she can like change how enemies react to her or something. She's all about pacifying and slowing down enemies. But then there's Risu, whose kit I'm very familiar with.
Nut.
She shoots nuts. Every time she kills an enemy with a nut, she has a chance to turn that enemy into more nuts. Every time she kills an enemy, she has a chance to collect the coin currency. And every 4 coins she gets, she spawns another Risu that shoots more nuts. And you upgrade her nuts to like bounce off walls, shoot faster, create more nuts. So what you do is you equip her with the money sticker that turns everything she kills into money. So it's just nut money.
Nut money.
Nut money.
So she did stream Holocure. She played as herself, and she made
Naturally.
nut joke the entire time. Also, I want to apologize real quick. I had muddled Generations 3 and 4 together, as Flair and Noelle are Gen 3, and Coco and Luna are Gen 4.
It's just one big fantasy.
Yeah. It was I always lump those folks together because they are like.
On behalf of Hololive, I accept your apology.
Thank you. Thank you, John Hololive.
It's me, John Hololive.
Very much appreciated.
It is I, the Emperor of Japan.
So yeah, Iofi, known for her painting. It all makes sense.
She do be painting.
Muna hucks crescent moons and circles and stuff, and she's just pretty cool in general.
Her kit's really fucking cool.
Yeah, Moon is just I just have mad respect and love for Moon.
It's why I like Holocure. It's a good way for dumb shits like me to like get used to these other characters. And you also get weird shit like Asmongold like pogging at like a VTuber going, "This girl's fucking sick."
So there was a review posted by Rock Paper Shotgun yesterday. And the entire time, the guy's just like, it's about cat girls, and cat girls. And then, like, people are like, there's one cat girl and a lion girl, and lions are technically cats, so there's 2 cat girls.
I actually watched Asmongold play it for a while.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and he has no idea what he's doing.
Fair.
Although sometimes it's ambiguous. Sometimes he does actually know what he's doing. He just pretends he doesn't. But he played it, and he played, like, 1 round of Cali. And went into the gacha. It's like, oh, what should I do? Well, what character do I want? And immediately sees Okayu, the one cat girl. And he's like, oh, okay. And he rolled on it and got her. It's like, oh, okay. I got the cat girl. That's all I need.
There you go.
And then he proceeded to play her.
She's pretty good. So from Holoro, we have Renee, who is basically a noble mercenary where her super punches you and turns you into money.
Mep.
She also shoots her feathers.
I like her a lot. She's a really good.
Ollie she uses the fucking sword in her head to fight, and it has a name, a canon name. Besides that, whenever she moves, she's constantly charging ninjutsu, and when you stop moving, she blasts it out. So she has like fire burst and lightning storm. On top of that, she's also has the ability called Biggest Simp Ever. When you defeat enemies, they'll sometimes drop Hololive merch, and if you pick it up, it hurts her.
Which makes a ton of sense, yes.
And her last ability is whenever she dies, I think if you heal up, escape death, like, you hit 0, but you're still up, move away, heal. She's back up, she's stronger, but now she has half HP. And you can keep repeating this until like 5, and then she dies.
Well,
Well, she's a zombie. It makes a lot of sense that she would pop back up.
Exactly. And then Anya, I believe she's the one who's a knife, right?
She is indeed. She is a Chris.
Yeah, I played 1 round as her, and she was really fun. Her super is to literally turn into a big knife.
She spins to win.
Yeah, she does spin to win. She is a Beyblade.
I had a lot of fun playing her too.
And then lastly, from Holohiro, Zeta is introduced. I'm ashamed to say this is where I learned her theming as Secret Agent.
Her new outfit came with a gun.
Yeah. She has a suppressor pistol. She can turn invisible to stealth attack. It's fun. I feel like I don't understand her kit. I die as her constantly. Kaela is literally playing Minecraft.
Yep.
Whenever you kill an enemy, there's a 30% chance or so they turn into ore. You mine the ore, and it gives her a boost every 10 she gets of each ore. She is playing Minecraft. And lastly, Kobo, she is flinging an umbrella. Her special power is called Underwater, which drowns everyone and lets her move quicker. And she does ranger shaman shit. One of her abilities is called Tantrum and lets her scream.
That makes sense. I'm adopted. At least she's not singing Crazy Frog.
This update also comes with Hollow House, which introduces farming, fishing, and hiring fans to do work for you. Because the guy had a lot of people send in their usernames and pick what fandom you are, which allows for you to spawn in the game. There might very well be a brat out there who goes by my moniker. Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes peeled.
Very nice.
I am extremely pleased with this update. It is a slam dunk. Kaela's already 100%ed it.
Of course she has.
Yeah, I saw that.
A surprising number of folks have actually already 100%ed it. So it's definitely a thing that is achievable, but yeah, people are pumping hours into this game, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I did see they have already teased upcoming content in the Hollow House too.
Down at the bottom, if you go to the left, they're teasing a Pecora casino.
Ooh,
When that gets added, my brain's going to be broken.
Yeah, there's other like some of her little, I don't know what they're called, they're like fandom rabbit things down
Yeah.
there. And
the Nosogi.
And if you talk to them, they complain about how they're being worked to death. And there's actually a dead one in the corner.
So good.
Too accurate.
It's like all the Takadachis behind the building.
And it's like, well, that's a pretty
Spoiler.
accurate portrayal. How is it that this guy finds all this time? Well, what he does in his normal life is he is a professional. He works in the video games industry professionally. That is the full-time job.
Some sort of dev.
You may have actually seen his work in River City Ransom Girls. He works as the primary animator for that. His art style's all over it. He also will take on contract work as a gun for hire for animations. I always forget the name of the anime. The anime, it's like, I am your sister now.
Oh, it's not.
That semi-recent gender bender.
Yeah, shoot.
Never met on a guy or something like that.
Yeah.
Forgive me. He was basically, I think he was either the lead animator or one of the lead animators on that project. His style's all over it.
Makes sense.
But
So-
I remember he specifically said that like a lot of the spare money he makes from doing like just the like little contract animations actually goes back into Holocure right now.
He said like the only stuff he really pays for is like some occasional help with translations.
Translations and some art that he doesn't have time for.
Yeah.
The animation is Onimai. I am now your sister.
Onima, yeah.
So yeah, he's obviously like he's established as an animator. He, she, they. I don't know. They're established as an animator, and they have. They put out a statement that they make good money. They have a comfortable life. If it hits the point where they're not making enough money, they're just gonna not keep making Holocure.
This is basically just what they do to relax, which
Yeah.
I can relate to.
He said as long as he has money and as long as people want more, he's going to keep making more.
There you go.
There is a part of me, like, maybe a part of me that, like, let's call it a philosophical part. I wish there was a way we could just put a funnel into their wallet and just pour so much fucking money into it.
It would be fantastic.
This project is like insanely successful. It's one of the pillars of our community, and it's attracting people outside the community into the community. It cannot be understated how much of a pillar it is.
Yeah.
And how much of a good product it is.
And especially the point of putting it as a free game on Steam just absolutely blows it up, especially from people that don't know what it is. Because there's a lot of people that'll just go on Steam and download a free game.
Yeah, 100%. And the other day there were 30,000 people playing this game and 22,000 people playing Overwatch. Like, it's more successful than a multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah.
On Steam. Yeah.
On Steam.
On Steam, where Overwatch is, I'd say, primarily played at this point. I don't know anyone who plays on
don't know.
console anymore.
I don't know. I mean, it's who knows what the numbers really are without really digging them up, but
I'm sure
it's
they-
just one of those things that's like impressive.
Yeah.
Because even just on Steam, that's crazy that that's the case. The other thing I would say is that the characters left to be introduced, because we've got gamers Gen 0, 1, 2, Gens 1 and 2 and 0 from Japan, which leaves 3, 4, 5, and Holo X.
Yeah, and then also now Advent, since they just got
But
brought
that's
in.
true, actually. Advent are the only English folks not in the game so far.
Yeah, the dev has already posted a tweet saying he's fucking stressed out about how to incorporate the dogs.
Oh, that's going to be really neat. Will it be a swap mechanic, or will you have two characters?
He's already said flat out he doesn't want to do a swap mechanic.
Okay, so it's either two characters or they're just individuals.
And I see
I
why,
s-
because Haita's already a swap mechanic.
Yeah.
True.
So he probably doesn't.
the other set of twins.
He probably doesn't want to like just copy something he's already done, especially since they are two separate people. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
putting them into one character would he probably doesn't feel right doing that.
It's interesting because I can completely understand him not wanting to retread old things, and especially because Fuamoko is such a very novel and of its own type of thing to begin with. You really want to do something special with that. You got to figure out, like, you have to. I imagine the process is you look at it and you say, "There's already something special here. How do I put an even more special like spin to it?" Because you can't just make it normal.
I guess you can take the one that plays the video games less and is the backseat driver and have her like get all the secondary weapons and orbit around the first one.
The Fuwawa. You could.
And then like maybe her specialist like her getting more like agitated and running quicker, thus like speeding up weapons that already spin. The problem is your goal is to become a lawnmower, so you get to the point where spin speed doesn't super matter.
Yeah.
So here's what he can do. Okay. So Makoko, he just make her like our normal character. Fuwawa, she pilots Mokoko like a mech.
Just make them two separate characters, forehead.
There's always that option.
Echo fighters.
Wasn't there? So there used to be a Blizzard Dota game. You know, like a MOBA.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Good lord.
HOTS.
Yeah,
Here's the Storm.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And there was a character that two people controlled at the same time.
Yeah, I did play that character.
Yeah, and suddenly that's my thought. You make the game multiplayer. No, that sounds like a terrible way to do it.
Just add multiplayer.
Just program a 2-player mode, you fucking weirdo. Just make this game that was 100%able singular, now make it 100%able cooperative.
There you go.
I mean,
Easy.
maybe in the future, but I haven't heard anything of that. So
No, I'm just saying there's a bunch of different ways that this could be tackled, and all of them are pretty interesting.
And Hollow Stars still need to be added too, because he did say he was going to try and add them at some point.
Oh, that'd be wild.
Yeah, that'd be really good actually too.
I'm just going to double my workflow casually.
Well, here's the thing. As it stands, he's halfway through all of Hololive, and then there's all of Gamers to explore too. And it's a fan project, so who cares if he adds other people?
Oh, yeah, you can put in as many as you want.
Yeah.
And, like, this is a fucking Vampire Survivor game, too, so fuck balance. Like, just make whatever, lol.
There you go. Have fun. Enjoy it. It's a free-to-play game. That's the point of it. So I think our reviews are all very positive for Holocure.
Yeah, mine's glowing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've watched a bunch of people play it. I have not touched it myself because I know better.
It's very dangerous.
Yeah. And frankly, I have difficulty meeting my time commitments as it is at times.
Mm-hmm.
There have been many nights where before this update where I've booted it up at like midnight. Like I'll play a couple matches and then it's like 4 a.m. and I'm still playing.
Exactly. And I have to be careful about these things. So
What if you just play it a little?
yeah, just 1 or 2 matches.
The average match is only like 20 minutes, Nick. You get to 20 minutes, you fight this small Ame boss fight. You beat her. And,
Get ground pounded once or twice, you know.
yeah, that's what she aims to do. Yeah, it's like
No,
nothing.
not yet. I'm gonna hit that point. Maybe this weekend I'll actually fire it up. It depends. I think actually I have commitments this weekend too because everybody is busy all the time. But you know who else is really busy right now is all the girls from Hololive getting their 3.0 updates.
Whoa. Did we get our 3.0 update?
No,
Oh.
our segues still suck.
But wait, look at my tongue.
Just like Polka. All right, so we've got 4 people that we know of right now that have gotten their 3.0 updates. They're now on Live2D 3.0. We've got Pecora, Polka, Aqua,
Aqua.
and Nene.
Nene.
Nene had a particularly fun debut stream, in my opinion, for her 3.0. They all do the same thing, which is great, which is they just change their eyes into something else, and then they stick their tongue out. And I liked Nene's because she was just like dead-eyed with her tongue out, just like, eh. Polka had a lot of fun, lots of jokes, very good time. Who did she call? She called somebody and then like verbally harassed them until they left. It was really funny.
I love Polka.
She's great. Just in general, all of them are really good. The updated art is really good. I know that it does affect their outfit choices, like we said in the past, but it is what it is. I'm sure their old outfits will reappear and they'll be rigged up appropriately at some point. But for now, we just get more like OG clothes. Oh well.
Ew, the primary design of the character.
I know, right?
Gross.
Oh,
Fauna
also,
would be very sad.
we didn't say anything about it this week. Did we talk about Hollow ID's new outfits last week?
We did mention it.
Okay, I
We
just wanted to
mentioned
make
it,
sure.
yeah.
They're all really nice.
Oh yeah, 100%. We did talk about it.
Okay, I wanted to make sure of that.
I remember being like, I always saw one of them.
Yeah.
I
Look.
love committing to conversations. I help so much.
I saw them like after the fact.
Yeah.
They are definitely very gorgeous and very detailed.
Yeah, they're all fantastic, frankly. And speaking of Hollow ID, it's another segue. They have announced VivID Cruise.
A cruise.
Carlos, take this because I don't understand it.
Carlos, I don't understand what's happening.
It's a themed event that they're having it's a concert.
Oh, okay.
They're going to appear at 3 different Asian conventions, and they're going to be performing a concert.
So it's not like a cruise ship.
No, that's like the theme of it.
Isn't it weird that like violently put in my head the idea of like, are they on the boat? Do they have to hide the whole time until it's like time to do it?
Are they satellite beamed to the stage?
Is it anything like the Weezer cruise?
You know what? I don't want to know about the
Nope,
Weezer
don't
cruise.
touch it.
My name.
Continue. You're happier.
My name isn't Greg Keeley. I don't care about Weezer that much.
My name's only a little Greg Keeley.
I like Weezer. I'm not saying bad anything about Weezer. So they're going to Indonesia Comic Con in Indonesia, believe it or not. AFA Singapore in Singapore, believe it or not. And Comic Fiesta in Malaysia.
If I get tickets, do you want to go?
No.
But it'll be...
We drove 8 hours to Boston once. I'm not flying 15 hours to Malaysia.
But Singapore's so beautiful this time.
It's beautiful all the time. It doesn't mean I can visit when I want.
Carlos, I guess it's just you and me.
All right.
It's all you guys.
Just throw me in a suitcase. I'm not paying my way.
They checked us, Carlos.
They do go through an X-ray machine. But hey, if anything's wrong, you'll find out.
Just have to remove my bones first.
They unzip the bag and take you out, but he pats you on the shoulder. You gotta get that checked out, son.
You have a fracture in your femur. Let's get you to the hospital.
But yeah, it's Risa, Muna, Rene, and Kobo.
Yeah.
Will be the ones performing.
So Risu, known as a very good singer. Muna, same. Rene, same. Kobo, she's cute. So
Kobo's a really
also,
good
she is
singer.
a fantastic singer.
She can be an amazing singer at will.
Yes. Or sometimes she sings the Crazy Frog song.
She will like shitpost on purpose. This whole cruise is just gonna be her going, "Dude, the Crazy Frog." It's like, come on, please.
It's like, okay, Risu has this thing where normally she's like, I'm an idol, except for like she's not, because she makes nut jokes all the time and stuff. That's how she gained most of her audience, myself included, is she started doing nonstop Nut November every year. And she said she's probably not going to do it this year, which is fine. I get that. I respect it.
It's called a gimmick.
Yeah. But Risu also is like, if you, I've noticed whenever, like if she's collabing with JP members or EN members, like she has fun, but she doesn't push the limits.
Mm-hmm.
The second she's collabing with ID members, like there's no fucking rules at all. She's making dick jokes. Like, it is amazing and just hilarious every time. So those are the ones I recommend. That and her trucking simulator streams. I stand Risu pretty hard. I like her. She's a good squirrel.
Yeah, she's gonna be your main in Holocure.
Probably.
Yeah.
Nutfire.
These.
Gentlemen, are we ready to move on
Yep.
to the next big piece of news?
Thank you for bringing that to our attention, Carlos.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. I'm not planning to visit Southeast Asia anytime soon, but if I do, maybe I'll check out one of these
Yeah,
things.
I'll let you guys know how it is.
Just that was one of their big like end of stream collab reveals, I believe. Like an announcement.
Supplies. Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The IRyS got a 3D showcase.
Indeed. I saw it because I set a reminder on my phone. Thanks, Super Chats.
Glad we could help, Cameron.
Download the Super Chats app now. Speak to Nick unprompted.
Nick, what do you think about this? I think you should leave me alone.
Play the Carlos Breakout app. Ask Cameron what he thinks. I have gingivitis. Super Chats.
The app coming to a app store near you.
Not a real ad. Not a real ad. Not a real ad. Not a real ad.
Indeed. But you know what is real is that IRyS is now in 3D.
Indeed.
She flopped on the floor like a fish.
Oh, no.
Everybody loved it, especially Reddit, you fucking preverts.
There is a man who like watched when I watched it. Even I was like, IRyS, that's just a dumb pose. You're such an idiot. I love you. Then there's like a guy, a brilliant man, who just holds his hand over like a part of the screen and goes,
Can I tell you something?
yeah.
That's the official Hololive subreddit. It's not the first place I saw that. There's another subreddit, you see,
Oh, that's fair.
with edgier jokes that are more offensive.
Filled with people who go,
Exactly. Anyways, enough about that.
enough.
Let's start with the good. The model. It's a good looking model.
It's a beautiful model.
It's fantastic. The stream was a great concert experience for everybody.
It was basically just one giant concert.
It was a super concert.
Yeah, it was fantastic. She, of course, started with Caesura of Despair. Is that the correct term? Is it Cesare of Despair?
It's something of despair.
Yeah, it was her first song. It was her debut song.
Yeah. It's like her big main song.
She did a lot of dancing. She sang Red Eye Circulation, which was really fun.
Yeah.
It's the meme song. Did she actually say to go watch Fafnir?
Yes.
Oh my god, I missed that.
My brother, you need to... You got to watch more Chadcasts. It's just her talking about Fafnir for like an hour.
You're fucking with me.
I am not.
Okay, so to catch everyone up real quick, there's a series of videos, a genre of videos on YouTube, which are legitimately just, we're going to play you 10 seconds of an anime OP, and then you have to guess what it is before the timer runs out. And the three of us, Cameron introduced me to this, and then I introduced Carlos, I believe.
I regret it every day.
But we have all sat around together and watched these videos and tried to guess. And I like trolled the shit out of like Cameron because Cameron is younger than me.
I am quite a baby.
Yes. And I very specifically looked up one that was just like 90s edition, early 2000s edition, like that stuff, because that's where I started watching anime, you know. Either way, anytime that one comes up and I don't know what it is, my immediate response is always, it's Fafnir. Because Fafnir is a fucking show that nobody has ever watched, apparently, except for IRyS. Fuck, did I just get a new Oshi? God damn it.
IRyS is the entire Fafnir fan base.
Fafnir was brought to my attention by a podcast. Is the best way that I can bring this entire conversation around. Back in the day, there was a podcast that I used to watch, which was literally just some guy who would play 3 episodes of an anime on his podcast, start to finish.
Podcast.
It was a 2-hour episode every time. And it was like a full 20-minute, like 25-minute episode of an anime, like the first episode. And then he'd talk about it for 10, 15 minutes and be like, all right, now let's watch the next one. And like the 4th episode of this I watched, like the middle episode was of Fafnir. So there you go. This all somehow came back together. The point is, IRyS is great. Fafnir is not actually a good show.
She would be very disappointed in you.
I'm sure she would. But apparently the song Shangri-La is really good, according to her.
It was good.
I believe that. So there you go. That's the funniest goddamn thing. What a weird coincidence that is. We also had guests, of course, as any, 3-day debut would want to have.
Indeed, we had all of council paying her a visit.
Why would they be there?
Counciloress.
Oh, that makes sense.
IRyS is older than them.
Is she?
They're children.
They're all older than Advent.
Why do I say these things in the way I do?
Because you're a very special boy and they all like you.
So they did a food challenge. Mm-hmm. They did a challenge where it was like, wow, it's an acting skill challenge. How good am I at acting? So for what it's worth, the second game they played, the which tea's more bitter, she did win that one. She fooled them. She didn't stand a fucking chance at the which sushi piece has a trillion wasabi. Because she...
Did you see the picture?
Yeah, I did see the picture.
She posted a picture of it. It was like they dunked it in wasabi.
So like she goes to eat the first one, like, here we go. It's the wasabi one. Let's start with this one. It's like, and then just
incoherent screaming.
Like you literally hear her go, like it's real. And
She
then
immediately starts dying.
and you hear Bay and Crony very seriously go, is this just good acting? And then she eats the second one. She goes, that one's really hot. And they go, no. That was the first one. It was oh my God, you have to watch it just for them harassing her. It's like, no, she's faking it. She's trying to play in our, why is she defensive now about
No, and they get to the point where she's like, it doesn't matter. It still hurts from the first one.
Also, the first one hurt. Like, like they just fucking drill her. That's what council's.
To be fair, she crumbles like wet paper mache.
Oh my God, she doesn't stand a fucking chance.
And it's IRyS, who's very well known for saying things she ought not to anyways. So either way, that was a really good segment. Very fun. Worth the watch by itself. She did a mermaid pose. Again, we've talked about this already. She flopped around like a fish. People have done sexualized it on the internet.
Oh wow, a woman did anything.
Yeah.
But in this, I get it.
Yeah, it was very
Just
like.
stop
easy
cropping
to-
it. I'm begging you.
She did a sexy princess pose. You could see her butt.
Yeah,
Good job.
most women have butts.
Most of them look great.
Yeah.
I remember one of the points where she, was showing her hips, and I see like the chat's just like going crazy, and then I see one, that's a blue text, and I pause it and scroll back down, and it was Ame.
Oh, there you go. You got the spanner, the little wrench next to her name. She also did a duo with Marine, of course. She got to sing Ahoy. Mm-hmm. Now, this is the thing that I took away from this, and I added it to the notes. Marine is 150 centimeters tall.
That's a lot of centimeters.
And I remarked upon this because in American, that is 4 foot 11 inches, which means approximately she's like that.
She is very short.
Yes. And I had to like look this up specifically and figure that out because her standing next to IRyS, who is 166 centimeters, which is 5'5", which is actually 1 inch shorter than the average American height for a woman, means that Marine looks tiny. And like that, I was watching this, not at work, concert, like leaned back in my chair, and I was like, wow. Like, she's an entire head taller than Marine.
I didn't know they made sailors that short.
I know, right? Anyway, I just thought it was remarkable how short Marine is. Very cute. Very cute, Marine.
Easily fit in the trash can.
Yes. I mean, she's only 17. What do you expect? She also did...
She still has time.
Drink more calcium.
Darn, I thought she was 30.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you
No.
trying to suggest she's old,
If she was in her 30s, she'd be the perfect woman.
washed out?
No? A grandma? She also did a song with Toa, which I loved quite a lot.
Wow, Toa.
They sang Fact,
Fact.
which is another really, really good song. Very fun. This is as far as I got, personally, in the limited time I had, which I'm sad about because she also sang Baka Mitai,
Yeah.
Da-na-na-na.
which was, I imagine, quite great.
No matter how many times I hear someone sing that, it never gets old.
Always great.
Baka-mitai.
There's another VTuber that sang that this week, but we'll come to that in a little bit.
Oh, we'll come to that.
There's also an entire segment that I saw in clips and fan edits of IRyS driving a car.
Yeah, she just gets a fucking car out of nowhere.
I believe it was a Toyota Camry, from what I saw. And she got, I assume, got to sing Gas, Gas, Gas.
Yeah.
Yes.
She fucking loves Initial D.
She really loves Eurobeat. And because she said that, I believe she's the one in the past that was like, I really want to just sing Eurobeat. Like, I need more of it. But I don't have perms for it. So
Give me the perms. I need it.
she needs that gas, gas, gas in her life. So I'm happy for her. Overall, every part that I saw, I thought was fantastic and great. It was a really good 3D showcase. What'd you guys think?
Yeah,
It
it's
was
honest.
really good.
It's honestly really straightforward. You know that's missing is like the part where she punched her mascot and it like start like crying and hiding.
Yeah, she said later on when she was in a different stream that she saw like a bunch of people say to hug them, and she was like, "Yeah, it's gonna look weird because there's gonna be an air gap, and also like everybody wants that. It's pretty straightforward." And then I saw one person that said, "Punch them," and so that's what she did. She just straight up punched her mascots, Bloom and Gloom.
Yeah, Bloom and Gloom, designed by Sana.
Yes, indeed, they're cats. I didn't know that.
They're very cute.
They are. They're very cute.
The only other little note that chat kind of pointed out and I noticed too was her transitions were crazy fast. Some of her songs, it was like 5 seconds immediately into the next song.
Yeah, because she almost did sets.
Yeah, I mean the answer is pretty obvious. There's 2 irises. Think about it.
An angel and a devil.
Indeed, think about it. Have you ever seen
Just-
both irises in the same room?
Think about it.
Just think about it.
Does make sense to me.
Let's just go full fucking conspiracy.
Let's talk more about permissions,
I give you permission.
if you will. Thank you
You-
for the permission to talk about permissions.
Do I have permission to speak to you about permissions?
Yes, you do.
Thank you.
Carlos, you're out of this. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Carlos.
Oh.
We deny you.
All right. I don't have permission.
There are several new games that folks have talked about getting permissions for.
Indeed.
Metal Gear Solid
Big one.
has been a very big one. Luna has beaten Metal Gear Solid 2 now as a pure pacifist with no kills.
Metal Gear Solid 2 is a pretty easy one. Not to say like this is not unimpressive. It's just like, yeah, that's one of the ones you can do.
The Metal Gear Solid goes above my head. It's outside of my range. But I do know that Pecora has been playing Metal Gear Solid.
I was so excited to just report on this story as only Hideo Kojima posting on Twitter a screenshot of him watching Pecora with the subtitle translated to "Look at Pecora." but then we got blessed today-ish with him coming on Pecora's stream while she's playing the fucking game. He came on just in time for her to do the iconic ladder scene. And the whole time she's doing it, she's like, this ladder fucking sucks. Why is it so long? And he's like, I love her. She's probably going to be in Death Stranding too.
God willing. That'd be great. Oh my God.
He would be crazy enough to do it.
The bar to get in Death Stranding is so fucking low. Death Stranding has...
Are you someone that Kojima has ever seen? There's a chance you'll be in Death Stranding too.
Icelandic folk band, Monster Energy drink, piss mushrooms, it's Mickelson, Norman Reedus.
When I got to Japan, the first picture I took of like first thing I did when I got to Japan was go to bed. After I woke up, I walked around the area for a little while, and the first picture I took, I shit you not, was of a vending machine that had Monster Energy drink. Much like every vending machine, by the way.
Yeah,
you can get this everywhere. And I took a picture of it specifically and sent it to my friend Kyle. Mm-hmm. And I said, Japan is friendly to Kyle's.
You would have been welcome here with open arms.
And his response was, on my way. Sorry, small diatribe there. But,
It's all good, my friend.
So Kojima, Kojima's been tweeting up a storm about Pecora, which has been really fun to watch. And he's just been enjoying his time.
I do like Kojima's tweets are like strangely down to earth for as huge as his fucking ego is. Like he's like a fucking guy who's pretty full of himself. He has grandiose ideas, but like talking to him is very bearable. And his tweets are like, I saw this movie. I thought it was good. I liked Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage is a good actor.
There you go. Thanks, Kojima. You're the best.
I listened to this album. I met Woodkid, the guy who sung the Assassin's Creed trailer music. He's really cool. I liked Arcane. It's like so like not hot at all.
Legitimately, he's just like, I'm just a normal dude.
Yeah, it's like the tamest Twitter ever. Or, I'm sorry, the tamest X ever.
Sure. Armored Core 6 is also now available for streaming, or it will be in 3 days when the game comes out.
Yeah, coming out very fucking soon.
So by the same time as this podcast, you can play Armored Core 6. Have fun. You can watch the people on the VTubers play it too.
How is it? Tell us down below.
I believe it was Bijou that was looking forward to this one.
Oh, there's another
Doesn't
one.
surprise me. She's a big FromSoft stan.
So, as well, Baldur's Gate 3 got confirmed for permissions. The combination of Armored Core 6 and Baldur's Gate 3 being permitted has literally prevented Callie from taking a break.
Yep.
She announced a huge break. She said, I'm going to be gone for a while. Do not worry. I will be back. And then Baldur's Gate got permed, and she literally replied, God fucking damn it. So she just canceled the fucking vacation she was going to take.
Smart move, lady. Smart move.
It's like, God.
I know one thing about Baldur's Gate 3. And that is you can kick a squirrel so hard it explodes.
Yes, that is
I've seen that scene. That's all I need to know about that game. I don't care about anything else.
that is the playthrough as the murderous kill hobo.
I'm actually kind of sad I won't be able to watch any of the streams because I intended to play the game someday.
Yeah. For what it's worth, Baldur's Gate 3 is probably one of the least spoilable games possible because there's just so much bullshit. Like if you play as the Dark Urge, you are literally killing characters who have whole stories instantly. So like, but also now you get new Dark Urge shit, like kicking squirrels so hard they explode.
Yeah, why not? It was just that game holds no appeal. It literally holds negative appeal for me as a person.
That's fair.
But I did get to see a squirrel explode, and that was neat, I guess. I haven't seen that since Happy Tree Friends, and that was a long time ago. Thanks, ruining my childhood.
God, I fucking hate Happy Tree Friends.
Yeah, so do I. God, that shit was fucking awful. Never really understood the appeal.
Back then, when
It was very Hot Topic, is what it was.
back when access to computer animation was much trickier, it was a lot more novel to see things that had once been seen as sacred and childish be turned into more mature and macabre entertainment.
Oh, like when they remade Power Rangers as a dark and gritty reboot.
My name is Red Power Ranger. Fuck you. Shits on floor.
No! Screams the Green Ranger.
Fuck.
Oh my god. We should probably move on to the next topic.
No, this is a great topic. Let's stay here forever.
Did I tell you about the only dark and gritty reboot that I really loved?
No.
It was the Powerpuff Girls.
Which one? Oh, you did.
I did tell you about
You
this.
did
There
while
used
we were
to-
at the lake.
Yeah, there was a webcomic. And it was like a dark and gritty reboot of the Powerpuff Girls and also all the other Cartoon Network characters from that time period. So like Dexter is there and he's constantly mourning the fact that Dee Dee's dead for some reason. And like,
Oh, hey,
know.
we have a resurgence of that. Just go look up Meat Canyon.
there you go.
Ugh.
Well, this wasn't like
Distinctive,
purposely disturbing and disgusting like Meat Canyon. This was just like people brooding and
More
like
earnest.
serious events happening and like
Meat Canyon doesn't finish a cartoon and be like, "Ah, what a great universe I've made." Like, it's a lot more tongue in cheek. The webcomic Nicholas has consumed meant it with all of its heart.
it really did. It's
You know?
trying to be serious. And
Meat Canyon is a novelty
Meat Canyon
on purpose.
has 4 DeBabies
entertainment.
in a DeBaby car.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Different audiences.
slightly. I mean, there's some overlap. I'm not saying there ain't. But. Speaking of Council's 2nd anniversary, as we just were.
Yeah, that's what we were speaking of.
Yeah. Council's 2nd anniversary is coming up.
Yes, isn't it? Tonight?
I don't know. It's very soon, if not happening currently. They're having a bake-off, which is pretty cool. It's going to be a 4-person collaboration, actually 5, because
Tonight
IRyS.
at 11?
Cool.
Whoa!
That'll
With
be
a
worth watching.
huge announcement.
I wonder what the announcement's going to be.
Fauna dies tonight.
No, the saplings would never recover.
I miss Fauna.
They'll just have to move. Just have to move to Shiori, I guess.
No, it's not the same vibe.
I saw a post online the other day. It was of a man who missed Shiori enough during her
Yeah.
minor disappearance that at one point, okay, I saw 3 posts. One was someone who made a talking life-size Shiori cutout. Another was potentially the same person laying on a shrine that had 2 life-size Shiori cutouts. And then a third person, again, potentially the same person, who had ordered 10 Shiori standees so as to make a shrine.
I get it.
Good. Someone has to. I like Shiori a lot.
I will say, tangent.
Go on.
I apologize for sleeping on Shiori's collab with Narissa, was it?
Maybe. What did they do?
I didn't click on because it's Phasmophobia, and I don't know a fucking thing about that game. I watched some of their highlight reel of their collab. Those 2 collab very well. Shiori is like a sassy meanie with her, and Narissa's just like, I am down so bad for you. Why are you being mean to me? But every time she stops being mean to her, Shiori gets like cuddly and like, oh, I love you. You're so great. It's like, I love you too. Ha, you would, you loser.
They have a very strong dynamic. It's okay. Here's the thing. That's what I wanted Holotori to be. Yeah. But Callie was like not at the right place for that.
No, she was not.
I will also say that at one point Narissa and Ollie had been pit against each other. And there's evidence in the DMs that Ollie posted on Twitter where Narissa literally said, listen, they shouldn't be trying to keep 2 bad bitches down. It was very much like we can both be rolling in women. Come on, Ollie. We can work together on this. And I'm like, game recognizes game, man.
Recognizing game.
It just is what it is. But yes, Holo Council is having a bake-off.
It is literally tonight, so you'll hear about it next week
Pretty much.
from us.
IRyS is the judge. That's the important thing. Council is all baking food. IRyS gets to taste it and tell you what.
I am excited that it's going to be like a fucking off collab. That's going to be so funny.
Yeah, definitely. That's just, it's always great when they get to do that.
Council off collabs, as you all should fucking know by now, are amazing, and there's not an unslapped face in the building.
Yeah, there's going to be slapping. That is a done deal right there.
I'm so fucking excited. I'm going to watch this whole fucking thing. Look at this. Genuine glee. I'm happy for once. It won't last.
Coming up this weekend, though, we've got another big event. We've got Hololive Splash Party.
Tell me more about the splash party.
So on August 26th and 27th, we're having 2 concerts, one on each day.
Yes.
The first day is Splash Party Sunshine. I'm going to list through as many of these people as I have the patience to do. But it's basically most of Hololive.
It really fucking is.
Day 1 is Sora, Mel, Aki, Fubuki, Matsuri, Aqua, Shion, Choco, Subaru, Ozki, Miko, Suisei, Pecora, Flare, Noel, Marine, Kanata, Watame, Luna, Botan, Polka, Louise, Chloe, Iroha, Risu, Muna, Yofi, Crazy Ollie, Anya, Rene, Zeta, Kaela, Kobo, Kiara, Ina, Gura, Ame, and Mume. That's everybody.
That is literally all
for day 1.
Hololive. There is no one else.
It's legitimately a giant concert.
Can I do day 2?
Sure, but first we have to tell them about ticket prices.
Thank God.
It's 5,500 yen per concert.
That's a lot.
That's $37.75
That's not a lot.
for each day.
I can't wait for that to get scalped.
Yes. And of course, if you buy the ticket, it'll be archived until September 27th. Now tell us about the second concert, Splash Party Night.
Well, on Splash Party Night, you can expect the following. Roboco-san, Fubuki, Ayame, Chako, Subaru, Mio, Okayu. Yep, fuck me. Korone. The joke was I was going to say them all really fast, but their names I'm not used to saying. Pecora, Flare, Noel, Marine, Kanata, Watame, Toa, Luna, Lami, Nene, Botan, Boolka, Lad Plus, Darkness with 3 S's, Louis, Hakui Koyori, Chloe, Iroha, Muna, oh, hey, Ollie, Anya, Rene, Calliope, Takanashi Kiyora, Garigura, IRyS, Fauna, Crony, Bales.
Let me see you, Lami. Let me see you, Nene. Okay. Moving on from that, I would say that, again, it's a little expensive because you're going to end up paying like $75 if you want both.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's one of those things where, like, it's an idol company.
It's a 2 fucking night event.
Yeah, and it's going to be, I assume, like an hour to 2 hour concert each night, especially with that number of people on the stage. It's basically like a summer version of HoloFest is what it feels like.
I guess if you're going for one person specifically, maybe be cautious of the pricing because that person's probably singing one song, saying 12 words to you, then leaving.
Yeah, if you're lucky, because a lot of it is like they do 3 songs and then there's like an interstitial.
Genuinely take a fucking moment and be like, man, the whole middle of this, there's a lot of people I don't really want to listen to singing. Maybe it's not for you, Chief, but if you like them still, like there is a target audience. His name is Carlos.
There you go.
There are dozens of him. It's enough to fund this event.
To be fair, I'm actually considering picking up at least 1 ticket. So
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to like fully enjoy it just because I haven't heard like half these people even sing, let alone sing in a live environment. But hey, like I'm saying, it's an audience for that. Just be cautious.
yeah, again, it's just another one of their big concerts. So it's pretty cool that it's happening. It's kind of, I feel like it's going to be the cap off for their Hololive Summer thing.
This is definitely the end of Hololive Summer. It'd be strange if they kept it going.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like February 22nd, 2024. Hololive Summer has yet to end.
Well, hey, it ain't. Well, Labor Day's on its way, isn't it? So it'll be before too long.
Please, can we leave the bikinis whip slap?
No.
The numbers can only go up.
Now then, it's time to start Halloween stuff.
Yep. It's always a holiday in Hololive. Look at our smiles. They're so big and bright.
3 spooky, 5 me.
The numbers can only go up, but the spookies will remain.
All right. The next big collab thing that has happened. Last week we talked about how Umisi was a thing again suddenly. And this week it's Holotori.
Wow. A lot of unofficial official groups.
I know. It's pretty crazy, actually. Flashback to a couple years ago. Subaru.
Quack.
Doing an ASMR. She sounds like Donald Duck. This becomes a joke.
And it takes off from there.
Progress several years ahead. There's a meme.
Someone draws a spectacular gif of a duck and Subaru dancing to the hit Outkast song Hey Ya.
Yes.
People on the internet say, "Who's the girl with the duck?" I love that duck.
And now, several years even along the way, we've got Holotori as an official group. They have their own song, Holotori Dance.
Subaru looking at her theme. Tomboy. Duck.
Exactly what it is.
Not even kind of a fucking duck, and here she is in the bird group.
Yep. The last interview she did with Kiara, where she's like, "I don't think I'm a duck," and Kiara's like, "You're a fucking duck," and then she's like, "I'm a duck." Again,
She's literally been gaslit into being a duck.
She was threatened into being a duck at this point, like. But yeah, the new song that came out, it's kind of electro swingy. It's got a lot of cute English from the JP folks.
Do the Holotori dance.
It's very catchy. It's very poppy. It's really good.
It's
they
an
sing
earworm.
it in English, Japanese, and Indonesian. There's representation for all languages there.
All 3 languages.
All 3 languages
No other languages.
on this planet.
Italy literally vanishing.
France gone.
Didn't need it.
So it's. I recommend you listen to it. It's like a 2-minute song, but it's really catchy.
It is.
The animation's adorable.
It is bird puns, girls dancing like burbs.
And Mume singing, which is always a treat, frankly.
It is not a very complicated piece of media.
I like the joke that the pun that Mume does about cluck and dancing or something. It's like get on the cluck and dance floor or something like that. It's all really good. It's just worth watching. And this also got lumped in with another new hologram
Which I've seen.
featuring Holotori.
Sorry to disappoint, guys. I've seen it.
It is what it is. Explain it then, Cameron. Sorry, I'm
I'm
used to
aller-
saying explain it, Carlos.
I'm allergic to being misidentified. Basically, gosh, they like. I know somehow it involves a giant chicken.
They go to a desert island and get run over by a chicken.
Yeah, and then the chicken ends up. They're looking for new members, and the giant chicken joins Holotori.
There we go. Close enough.
It debuts. Welcome aboard, and a bunch of shenanigans in multiple languages.
Which is hilarious because Narissa is definitely going to be a new member of Holotori at some point, anyways.
100%.
It's just not her time yet.
We're sorry. We didn't have time because we recorded this probably a month ago.
True.
They have to prepare for the big reveal.
The reveal that she's a bird.
She's a raven, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
Or she has a raven.
Well, she's a like a song demon.
She's associated with ravens, so it's close enough.
Kiara has literally adopted them. These women have like kissed.
Kiara, I also liked in the hologram where Kiara's first appearance is a pile of ashes because she's dead.
Yeah, she literally fucking died.
And then she like returns to being alive and gets trampled to death again by a chicken. So just in general, good hologram. Happy to see Holotori doing stuff. It's always fun. And moving on, we're going to talk about Ayame for 0.3 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
She met with some folks from Halloween and ID. It was really cute. She got to hug Ina. She talked about it.
I too would discuss hugging a friend.
I like Ina. I like Ayame. I like when they hug. Makes me happy. Simple man.
I draw 2 cave paintings.
Simple man. I see carnitas. I order carnitas. I see Ina and Ayame hug. I smile. There you go.
I'm happy for them.
Anytime Ina has like a meeting with anyone, it just turns into something wholesome.
Every time. She just likes to hug people, you know?
Sound of leaves gently swaying in the wind. My feelings are uncomplicated.
There's not a whole lot to discuss at this point.
No, there is not.
But there is something to discuss about Mori Calliope's new album. It's pretty good. All right, moving on.
Yep, okay. So it says here Nick is a penis?
Yeah, I am a penis.
When did that happen, dude?
Oh, I've always been a bit of a dickhead.
No, don't say that about yourself.
Why?
You're right, why?
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but...
So, Callie has a new album.
She has a new EP.
It's not an album. It's a
Yeah, it's a whittle. It's a whittle one.
Jigoku Roku.
6 songs.
So
Jigoku 6.
I have been consuming it quite a lot, actually. So here, let me clear the floor and speak of it. I made a Google Doc to organize my thoughts because she did a stream where she talked about the lyrics, and I felt like it would be better to talk about her interpretation than my own. Because this avoids me having to do a lyric read through and remember my interpretation when I can just skim what she said herself and say if I agree or not. We're not going to read the whole fucking thing, rest assured, my friend. But we are going to go over it. So, Callie has been putting out a couple projects, and I won't look you dead in the eyes and lie to you and say it's all been bangers. Callie puts out good stuff. I like her previous album, Cinderella. There's like 3 songs on it I will skip every time. And frankly, she's been going through a period where, like, I'd even say from the start, where her lyrics despite being good, were lacking punch or meaning. Like there's some songs on Cinderella where it's like the vibe is like, be yourself and you'll persevere. Just believe in yourself. Have fun, even though you're a little cringe. I am reporting to you guys today on Jikoku 6 because I feel like these lyrics have some fucking bite. Let me just say, during her stream where she was analyzing her own lyrics, there were so many times where she said, I cannot talk about this lyric on stream. This is not a lyric I can discuss with you guys bluntly. So first off, I'd like to begin with the instrumentation on this album is way tighter than her previous one. In her main album and some of her other projects, she had so many different producers on who had like completely different polarizing styles. That one song is electro swing, and now it's rock. Now it's straightforward rap, and there's just like no glue, no cohesion. It feels like you're listening to multiple artists.
See, even without you telling me that, as someone that doesn't think that hard about music,
Yeah.
that's been very noticeable for me. Is some of Callie's music, I'll say I really liked that. And then like the very next song, it's like, that is not even close to what she was just doing. And I don't even like this song like much at all.
It's the vibe. Like I'm listening to it and it's like, oh man, I love Nezume's Scheme. This song's great. Can I skip We're Starving? This is not vibing. But this album, this is the one. So I'm going to talk briefly about some of the stuff she discussed. And I should have run out the full title of this stuff. Her first song is the Carousel song. This is the one where she had that guest on board. I forget her name because I'm a terrible person. She's really experienced in the industry. She's been around for a bit. But
I don't remember the artist's name. I just know that it's a Real is the band.
Yeah, let me look. Wow, really professional looking up on the moment in the fly. Yeah, Real. I think that's literally just what she goes by.
Okay.
The woman herself.
But this is probably my favorite song out of the 6.
So like this song.
This is the one I've heard.
Yeah.
It's good. I like it.
So this song really is all about like she said it's about like the idea of this industry being like a wicked carnival ride. It's a carousel that's spinning really fast and wicked. But it's also about delusions in the industry and people taking advantage of words you say and warping them. And even though that's not your original meaning, you're now stuck with what they think you said, which is definitely something Callie has gone through. As well as something Real reflected as well and said, yeah, same story. Fame kind of fucking sucks because now you have a lot of eyes on you and a lot of people who are going to say how they feel. And I'd like to kind of also say, I think why this project also kind of clung to me is it feels like the only real chance we get for like a lot of other girls to get some parts of their feelings out, because Myth had a very rocky launch. Mm-hmm. And Callie flat out talks about that in one of these songs. But the next song on it was Future Island. This is what Callie had to say about it. This is literally just about One Piece, dog.
All right, I did pick up on that.
It ain't that deep, cuz.
Exactly. It was so
This is what it is, man.
Now, Black Sheep had some shit that really fucking dug in for me. Black Sheep is all about her feeling like she had a really hard time fitting in with what people wanted from her. And she was also talking about how Myth felt in general. Because this is one of the lyrics she said she's not allowed to talk about a lot. Because I got what's on the mannequin with no right to complain. Literally talking about what Myth have all hinted at. And Kiara talked about during a stream. Hey, welcome to Hololive. Here's your model and your theme. I hope you like it. This is what you get. And this is what we're expecting from you. And these are the themes we hope you put out. And these are the vibes you should shoot for. We have no further direction. Please go forth and stream.
Yeah, it's Hololive definitely feels like they're in a much different place even compared to 3 years ago when Myth came out.
And Callie does talk about that in one of her songs. She's like, she thinks right now is so much fucking better. And she is genuinely so happy about that as well.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense, frankly.
Well, it's just they've been around long enough now that they've established themselves, and now they can kind of work towards who they really are.
She also had another lyric in Black Sheep that really bit for me. The lyric goes, an opera where all the actors are replaceable. She said she's not allowed to talk about that one very much. She's definitely talking about the whole idea of like, hey, we don't think you're working with us very well anymore. You should probably graduate, and a new gen's coming out in a couple weeks. So, hey, don't worry. You are effectively replaced. No one's got to stress. Everyone can go back to just enjoying stuff. That really stung.
Yeah, I mean, that's not necessarily something unique to the VTuber
No, oh, absolutely not.
ecosystem, but it
she
is
said
definitely just like there's a lot of any job you're working, essentially, to an extent you are replaceable.
She said just as much. She's like, oh, this is like the industry in general. This is entertainment.
Yeah.
No, it's just other agencies have had a lot worse luck with that, with people losing a lot more people. Hololive has just been fortunate that they have not lost a lot of people to look bad.
Yeah, exactly.
If you go to the Hololive website, there's a talent page, and one of the talent pages is alum, and there's 2 entries. So,
Well,
granted, there's also a few that aren't mentioned there.
Yeah, those are the 2 who got to be alum.
Yeah.
If you go down to the bottom right-hand corner and click on the trash can.
There's a few others in there. So
what
but it's still, like, it's single digits. And they've
Exactly.
been around for 6 years around right now. So.
And we have canaries in the coal mine. We have people who are going to leave when if shit's ever goes wrong. Fubuki will let us know.
Fubuki literally says, as long as she's working at Hololive, it's a decent place to work.
And you know what? Hololive is a pretty good place if Callie's allowed to release an album like this
There you go.
and talk about this stuff. So what I liked about 6 Feet Under is during her discussion stream, someone immediately asked, is this song also about One Piece?
Is it, Callie?
She said, dig in close, you might find out a secret. It's actually about Clive from Final Fantasy 16.
Oh, God. Why?
So 6 Feet Under is more about legacy. She says she's more or less talking about how Myth went, how it went down, and how it's like she kind of regrets, she and some other girls regret how some stuff went at the start. She's like, damn, we should have really enjoyed this more because this is such a special time. She said flat out she thinks that like the big rush, the big bubble is gone already. And she kind of wishes she could go back and enjoy it more. Like all the hype, all the first streams, everyone like the world is limitless. We're the first gen. We can do whatever we want. And now it's gone.
Yeah, they're still the biggest by a long shot as far as Hololive Yen is concerned. And they're going to be that way.
Yeah.
It just sort of is what it is. There's no, knock on wood, bringing back COVID right now to stick everybody inside their house and have them become enthralled with these talking anime girls that interact with you. So
It's all about not knowing what you're doing and hoping you're laying down a good foundation. Someone said a comment she agreed with full-hearted. Without you, we wouldn't have Fuomoko. She went, yeah, fair enough.
that's it.
I fucking hope they have a great time because that's all we want. That's all any of the girls here want.
What did Louie said it on a stream recently? She was talking to Sora. She was just like, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And if it wasn't for Callie, then Fumoko wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
It carries down
Callie,
through
without
the generations, one way or another.
And it's all a change because there are some JP members that are attributed to pushing for the EN side to exist.
Yeah,
Listen.
without Coco, there wouldn't be EN. Like,
Listen. I love Gura. I love all of Myth. Genuine opinion. I think Kiara and Callie have done so much to be like, we are aggressively making sure every gen is better than the last one.
Yeah.
We are taking full fucking responsibility if Council isn't good, if Advent has a hard time. We're going to be the first motherfuckers to collab with all you bastards because we want to make sure you're okay.
I feel like it breaks down like this. If Gura is the face that's really promoting it, then exactly. Then Kiara and Callie are the driving force that's pushing it. Ina is the comfy place you go to whenever you need a rest. And Ame is also there and also kind of insane and gremlin-y, and I like her.
Exactly. I will always give...
Okay, let me rephrase that, because I had time to think while I was talking. Ame is the technological savant.
Oh my fucking god, is she? Those 3D streams only happen because of her.
She's the innovation.
Yeah.
She's the one that brings out, like, the new technology to everybody, and she helps everybody get sorted into what they need to be doing at the current time. So she's the innovation.
Yeah, like, she organized the Halloween stream that had Council and Myth and all that shit. Like,
she pushed for VR chat when no
fuck.
one else was doing it in Hololive at all. So
Now, Ina's the one where, new girl, Bijou, comes into her stream and like the middle of one of her drawing streams, and she's like in the middle of drawing like a Bijou rock. And she's like, no, I'm not doing anything.
that's the thing is, like, when I say that Ina is a comfy spot to go to, I'm not denigrating her in any way. She's a legitimate everybody in Hololive.
fucking everyone.
Everyone loves Ina. Because Ina, like, any one of them can go to Ina and just fucking relax. You know?
Yeah.
And they're just like all of her viewers that go there. And again, it's one of those things where, like, you see a lot of really spicy fan art of Ina out there statistically, and I wonder if that has anything to do with the fact that a lot of her streams are drawing and teaching people to draw, and they're focused on drawing things. And also she does art. Like, all of the artists flock to her because they care, because she does the same thing as them.
Exactly.
So, like, it's one of those big, like, things that it whenever you look at it from that lens, it makes a lot of sense. And there's so many artists in Hololive too, of one way or another, but a lot of like illustration artists as well, specifically, that like everybody flocks to Ina for one reason or another, but also she's really chill and people just like somewhere to hang out, you know, where everybody knows your name.
Yeah. And I just love that about this song. It's about the legacy that she laid down. She's like, yo, straight up, like, if everything went to shit and all of Myth had to go away for some reason, we'd all be fucking proud of what we've done.
There you go.
And we hope you... I think she fucking said something like really fucking cheesy. Like, I hope you guys all fucking remember us fondly, that we did a good job.
Myth was not handed everything they needed on a silver platter.
No.
God knows. They were handed a cheese grater and a slap on the back and being like, make something delicious.
Yeah.
And it really does... I don't know. It's a testament to each of them individually how successful they are as a generation. And so, like... If this song is just about like a legacy and having it and like how difficult it was to achieve that, then it makes a lot of sense, frankly.
The best part is at the end, she has this fast section and the lyrics mean almost nothing. She said the producer just kept saying, do a fast rap. So she wrote a fast rap.
You can cut that off and make it its own song. It's fine.
And then, not to go over, she also has a song called You're Not Special. It's mostly just her being pessimistic. Be like, you're not special can also be a good thing. Just stay in your lane and do your shit.
There you go. No one's going to remember you in 100 years.
Yeah.
But also, no one's going to remember you in 100 years. Do what you
exactly.
Do what you
Pretty
want.
much that.
Like,
and this is where I would talk about Left 4 Dead Lullaby, but she was not able to go over it. And I think she went over it before Baldur's Gate today. But I missed that.
Unfortunate.
That was probably my second favorite song.
Oh. The last thing I'd want to point out is she is pushing her fucking singing range to its goddamn limit. Her voice is just breaking in a good way, but in a way that you can tell, like, that was 5 takes. There's no way that was the first take. That is the top of your range, lady. But her singing is like incredibly improved.
That goes for everybody in Myth. That's for damn sure. They've
Absolutely.
all worked really hard on their singing. All right, so that's Jigoku Roku.
Yeah, I really liked it.
I don't blame you. I'm gonna have to listen to this.
Oh my golly, it's only 20 minutes. I can't wait to hear about One Piece.
I care a lot about One Piece. I read 750 chapters of it once. All right, Carlos, how are you doing? Do you like Jigoku Roku?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Me
Glad
and
you
Carlos, we vibed on that.
Hell yeah. I'm glad to hear
I
that.
listened to it twice today at work.
Nice.
I listened to it once. No, I listened to it like 2 times at the gym one day, and then the next time I listened to her analysis while at the gym. It's really interesting to listen to people talk about their artistic process while pedaling and sweating and screaming. You shouldn't scream in the gym. You'll set off the lunk alarm and security will come.
Unless you go to a good gym. Sad news. I shouldn't make that jump right there.
Yeah, this is always a hard transition.
Yeah.
I didn't know where to put these couple of topics, so I just kind of threw them in
What
here.
happened to
in
the
like
sad
a
corner?
transition.
That's what this is. This is the sad corner now. In actual serious news, we're going to take a turn and be serious for the next couple minutes. Miko, Sakura Miko from Hololive has said that she's taking a leave of absence for the time being. She has lost her grandfather. We all send our well wishes and our
regards.
Yeah. Frankly, condolences to Miko in this time. It's always difficult to lose somebody. We all know, and we hope that that it's, I don't know, a decent grieving process. I don't know what you wish for these sorts of situations at this point, honestly.
I
You
don't
wish for a
know.
time to grieve.
Yeah,
That she'll be spending some time with her family. I am assuming anyway. So
yeah.
Grieving
Take
is
as much
natural.
time as you need. Obviously, these are large life events and for everybody, and take all the time you need because you need to recover. That's for sure. We also have a piece of unusual news.
Yeah.
This is neither here nor there. It's just kind of it makes me feel a way about things, I guess.
This topic is really hard to talk about, period, because it kind of, in order to talk about it, you kind of have to break
You have to
established
break
rules.
the rules from 2 fucking companies.
Yeah.
I think that we're just going to talk about it, though.
We have to talk about it in like some fairly obvious terms because it's a lot of like things the fandom knows very fucking bluntly.
The only reason why I think it's just tear the Band-Aid off and just talk about it, because literally, if you know who she is,
And literally anything.
and everybody else that knows who she is knows this.
Hey guys, did you know that VShojo sometimes hires people who are at different companies?
Crazy.
What do you
don't
think of
believe
this
you.
case on?
So the weird news revolves around Nazuna, who is a talent at VShojo. She tweeted out that delivery frequency will be reduced. I'll see you when I can. Goodbye. Not that it is ending or that she's never streaming again under the name of Nazuna, but that she's stepping back. It's not either going to not happen as often or not happen in the immediate term. The same person that is behind Nazuna, and we're gonna drop kayfabe on this, I guess. Used to work at a company called Hololive. There was a lot of drama. This is not one of the alum. She did not end her employment at Hololive on good terms. It was very sudden. Nobody really expected it, and
It was a very messy situation.
it was, yes. So after that, she moved on, did some independent things for a little while, and then under a new name, and then moved on to VShojo as Nazuna. After that, now we're at the point where she's moving back to her independent name. She has a new model that is drawn by the same person that drew her model when she was at Hololive, and it is extremely similar to that model.
It's literally the exact same model, but with a different color of hair.
Have you ever seen an anime character go to a McDonald's? It's like that. It's Whackdonald's.
That's exactly what it is. Instead of a golden arches, it's a golden W.
Yeah, exactly.
And so now we're all just kind of sitting here confused because we're like, she's sort of back, and I don't know how I feel about this. At least this is the way I feel. I'm not going to speak for these guys. But the way I look at it is I'm like, this is really weird. I personally would have preferred her to just let go of that entire identity and move on with Nazuna in the direction she was going. I understand there's a lot of complications with that because VShojo hasn't really done a lot of expansion into the Japanese market, which was sort of the idea whenever Nazuna became
Yeah, like
a talent
Nazuna
there.
was a part of that. Like let's start really pushing into this audience.
Yeah. And there just hasn't been the growth there that they were hoping for.
I think ultimately what it comes down to is if you compare just straight up, if you compare numbers, her personal channel has like 700,000 subscribers and gets thousands of concurrent viewers. She's not getting that on
And
Twitch.
personal streams is not sharing a cut with anyone.
Yeah.
This is my money.
And like you just said, VShojo just apparently they're trying, but also kind of not really trying.
They're sort of floundering when it comes to
VShojo
Japanese.
has always
it-
been a little
yeah.
more hands off.
That's the truth. But also, they're a lot more English focused. That's just the truth of it. She was their only exclusively JP talent.
Yeah, everyone else was bilingual.
Yeah. So it makes a lot of sense in a lot of different ways. She has gone back to this old identity. Makaneko, I believe, is what it is.
Yeah.
Makaneko, the character, has signed with a voice acting company.
Oh yeah. I remember that now.
And so it's more of a push in that direction. It makes a lot of sense for her, I'm sure, financially and realistically and all these other things. But it's just kind of weird.
It's just
It's a very strange situation.
Look,
she's just officially made it. I'm going to be streaming less, which it was even if she had just not put like the last 2 words onto this tweet, it would have been not as bad. But she literally said goodbye in English in the tweet.
look,
Which feels very permanent.
look, 2 things. One, this is a person who I've observed, and it's been a long series of starting out. Oh, that's unfortunate. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have done that, but that's probably the right. I would not have done that. And now we've arrived at a place where this is probably the weirdest take. I feel like it's a move that might sour what VShojo is. Let's think of VShojo what it is. It's a company that is very comfortable working with people who have worked with other companies before and is very willing to work with reputations, with fans coming from different spheres who might not mean the best, who will work to help out with these people, let them be hands-free, let them do some more controversial stuff because they feel it's a part of them. This has been a pretty nice company for a lot of talents who have left other agencies and works with them quite a bit to allow for them to create an identity they'll be comfortable with. It's kind of a weird vibe to like partially leave this, start up another thing that's cautiously close to what you were doing before. It reminds me of spoilers for Breaking Bad. There's a character in Breaking Bad that helps you get away and makes you a fake identity. It's like undoing that fake identity bit by bit. That happens a lot in Better Call Saul, as Saul Goodman can't resist returning to his old self and eventually like shoplifts at the JCPenney. It feels like that. It feels like Saul Goodman's coming back out of Gene. Except anime girls.
Thank you for that.
My favorite VTuber is Mike Ehrmantraut.
I haven't watched Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul.
Walter.
All right, let's move on to just some like generally good stuff. Right?
Generally good. We're starting with a strong generally good.
We're starting with Ollie accidentally showing a penis. Not great.
Wow, what a crazy girl.
She was playing Honeycam Studio, which is a no-no on Twitch, but apparently is fine on YouTube. Unless you accidentally show a penis. She very quickly stopped that part of the stream, closed the game, and of course played Apex.
When in doubt, charge rifle.
Good job, Ollie. Sorry that happened to you. Thanks for watching the podcast.
We're very sorry, especially because Indonesia's a very different country, folks.
Yeah, strict laws on things.
Yeah, from the way I've heard it described, is Indonesia has both strict and unclear laws on this type of thing.
What a combo.
Which is a very, very dangerous combo, so...
It's unclear on purpose.
Yeah.
So, yeah, awkward. Sorry that happened. Glad you got to play Apex.
She got to play Honeycam for what I heard was about 7 minutes.
First of all, congrats to Honeycam Studio. That's a quick dick rate.
Frankly,
Well,
impressive.
Apparently, the achievement icons are all penises.
You don't! What hubris!
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Why would you show me a penis game? Have you not anything else?
No, it's a game about dicks.
I'm a
There's gonna be
dick
dicks.
game, father. It's what I do.
That's all I know. On to the next.
Yeah, much more innocent.
Yeah, Bijou did a green screen Zatsu. She did it for the memes. I have this downloaded. I've been chopping it up into reactions and making it digestible so that at any point in time I can have a Bijou reaction on fucking call.
I am perfectly sane and I can be trusted with a VTuber on a green screen.
I learned how to use green screens in Resolve the other day. I have unlimited power now.
So what you do is you get rid of the green, and now you're left with a girl saying something.
That's true.
Well, I think it was like literally the next day, and people were already tweeting things at her. So
I've been taking my time chopping it up and labeling it and making sure I know exactly where everything is, so I can
Specimens.
be like, I can be like, I need a sad Biboo, boop, and there it is. So like, that's my own creative process. I like to make sure I'm very organized.
It's art.
The art is in the details.
that reminds me of a really stupid short video I saw with her like a couple days ago.
Go on.
They took a picture of her. Mm-hmm. So they took the stock image of like her little pebble that you're supposed to decorate.
Uh-huh.
So they took it, they shrunk it down, they like chopped all of the color off of it so it was just the pebble and nothing else. Mm-hmm. And they flipped it upside down and they put it over her mouth and it just looked like her mouth.
Rock mouth. Go to the dentist.
Amazing. That's Pippa that needs to go to the dentist.
Please, Pippa, we are begging you. We will drag you screaming to the dentist.
Please donate soon. She's running out of teeth.
Hey guys, it's me, Pippa. That's a very mean joke. I'm sorry, Pippa. I hope you keep your teeth.
She's literally posted about it recently about like that's literally a joke in her community though, is that her teeth are terrible. And I told you about the trolley problem meme she posted.
Yes.
But also she like had here's a thing that's actually serious from Pippa. It was she made a post that was shockingly very serious from her.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And she was like, yeah, I went to the dentist and it really sucked. And I have this thing where if people I don't know touch me, I freak out really hard.
Oh, no. Oh, God. Okay. Yep. Nothing but sympathy.
Yeah. And she was just like, but they gave me a blanket. And anytime I needed a break, they would like literally leave the room and stuff. And she's just like, it makes me sound like a bitch. But if you find somebody that really takes care of you, it really matters a lot. And I was just like, that's not a bitch, Pippa. That's what you deserve.
Well, I was watching her stream where she was doing some convention walkthrough videos and just watching them with chat. Mm. And she specifically mentioned that she does go to conventions, but she never makes it the whole way through the convention because she always gets horribly exhausted from being around people, and she just can't ever make it the final day.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's the thing is you gotta... I don't know. There's a lot to unpack there. There's obviously there's some stuff. There's some difficulties that she has that she works in the best of her ability with, and like it's admirable that she can do all the things that she can. Frankly,
Pippa is one of the ones that she has a lot of problems. And
wait, Pippa has problems?
Who would have guessed?
And being a part of Phase Connect with around other people has actually done great lengths to help her.
Thank you.
Here's the thing is like Pippa has a thing where she says things that aren't always the best things to say in any situation. And like a lot of that, and she's very upfront. Like I can never fault her for the fact that she's very upfront about it. She's just like, I grew up in an area where this is just the way people talk. And she's just like, I don't try to be a jerk about things, but like I say things like a jerk sometimes. And like I get that. All of us are products of our environment. If you're not exposed to something, you're not going to understand it. You're not going to know it, You only know what you know.
Oh my God.
I know, it's crazy. And so it's really, I don't know. I am like the proud Papa Pippa. In that, like, when I see her do these things where she's like pushing her boundaries and like becoming better at things. And like, don't get me wrong, I like picking on her and laughing at her and like being like, what a nerd. But also whenever she's actually trying and like bettering herself and like,
what a nerd.
Like, yeah, doing better all the time. I'm just like, God damn it, I'm so proud of this knockoff Bakura.
Now,
it's so neat. Like,
she specifically said when she joined Phase Connect that she said she immediately, almost straight from the beginning, assumed everybody hated her. And she thought that her contract was going to run out after a year and she was going to disappear again.
Pippa, you fool.
And now she's
leading the pack.
Now she's their most popular talent.
Yeah. By
quite a bit.
She was the first Phase Connect I heard of.
There you go. So I guess at the end of the day is I'm really happy that she's come as far as she has. And I'm like I said, proud of her. God damn it. And I can't, like, the thing about Pippa is I can't wait to see where she goes. Because she's already leading the pack at Phase Connect, which is awesome to see. And there's other folks at Phase Connect I love. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Tenma's great. And
I like Dizzy.
Urika's great. Dizzy Dokuro?
Yeah, I like Dizzy.
Dizzy's pretty sick.
Dizzy's my in.
And then, like, there's so many good talents there. And I just, like, I'm really excited to see, where Pippa's going to go next. Because I think that she has such a huge potential. She really does. How did we get here?
Why, simple.
No
we
idea.
talked about something and then we kept talking about it.
Wow.
What
are we, nerds?
Speaking of nerds.
I fucking love knockoff Bakura.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Ha, ha, ha.
There you go.
Speaking of nerds, Advent has recently played an Apex collab. I did not click on this because I don't like Apex very much anymore. I got very burnt out on it. So I would love for whoever watched this to tell me more about it.
Apex so sweaty now. Not very fun. That's my opinion. Go ahead. Carlos, this is yours.
It's always funny when it's a Carlos segment. We guilt him.
It's like,
with us, like, oh, Cameron has to sage. We're going to be quiet and courteous. Oh, Nick's talking. He's usually the host. This makes sense. Carlos, what the fuck, man?
and like to point out that this podcast wasn't even my idea. I just was just like, fine, but I'm in control.
Yep. And I'm like, I'm very happy to be a submissive father.
Carlos.
Carlos.
I'm sorry. I've gotten a little bit of the devil's juice inside me now. Wink. And so I'm a little bit loosey-goosey as well.
The devil's juice lubricates his playground.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
Carlos, what do you think of Apex?
What do I think of Apex?
Indeed.
Yes, please tell us.
I don't really care for it that much.
Okay, what do you think of the stream? What did you think of the girls playing the game?
Was Fuwawa any good at Apex, is the question. Because she claimed to be a master at it.
So,
I just see
Fuwawa
violence in all
is
caps.
absolutely a hardcore master at playing Apex.
Is she good at winning?
No.
Oh, so she's not an Apex predator.
But
So,
Tish.
so I watched this from Bijou's side because Bijou actually can play these shooter games. So most of it was Bijou killing people. She's not like Bijou isn't like a hardcore Apex master either.
But she's a gamer.
But she's a gamer. She can shoot people and generally kill them.
She can shoot people and genuinely kill them IRL.
Much like Nanachi. Go ahead.
So by the way, after the fact, I did actually see some video clips of because Fuwawa was the one in control this time. It was not Makoko playing.
Yeah. And that's the opposite of how it usually happens. Makoko is usually the one in control. Fuwawa, as to my knowledge, has played this and Donkey Kong Country.
So I saw some clips of Fuwawa, how she was playing this game. And my immediate reaction was, you obviously don't play shooters.
Poor Fuwawa.
So the clip that I saw, she doesn't really aim or aim down the sight.
Spray and pray.
She walks around and she holds the fire button and she moves left or right to hit them.
Gamer. She's gaming doggo.
Gaming. Straight gaming.
The very first match, their team got like 9 kills.
That's not bad for Apex.
Bijou had all of them.
That's pretty bad for Apex.
That's pretty solid.
Bijou
is a gamer. That's impressive.
It tracks damage in this game.
Yes, it does.
Narissa and Fuwawa had like 500 damage combined. Bijou had like 15,000.
Yeah, because she's getting the kills. So they were shooting ankles and Bijou was confirming kills.
They were like shooting toes and doing nothing. But that's great, frankly.
They had a great time screaming violence with Narissa.
Violence. Always good.
Yeah. It was just generally because Narissa really didn't want to play Apex either. She just wanted to do a collab. So
I'm just here for the party, guys.
She is so thirsty.
So she was just like entertaining everybody the whole time while Bijou was killing people.
I'm okay with this. Narissa's very entertaining, so.
Mm-hmm. And then they had callbacks to Bijou's speech. They started making fun of her for
Ganondorf.
Ganondorf and Gerudo.
His name's Ganondorf? I pronounce it Janendorf.
And to make it even better, at some point, Fuwamoko both call her out on her English. And she's like, oh yeah, like you have room to talk.
Too good. Too accurate, frankly.
Too good.
It went really well for a while. I think they came in second place in their very first match.
Second place.
Which is good, yeah.
Second place
Yeah.
is good. I consider top 3 a win.
Although they were definitely queued with other people that were new
Yeah,
and probably bots.
that's fine. A win's a win.
But it went very downhill from there.
That's Apex for you.
The stream snipers arrived.
The stream snipers arrived.
Which some... Do you have any, like, favorite online handles that you've come across?
Not in particular. My one buddy used to go by the username Everybody Squirts.
I used to know somebody that went by Sister Fister. But the favorite, my friends and I have a list that we actually keep, where every time we play a game and randos show up with great names, we just add them to the list. And atop the list to this day, yet to be touched, Bum Jesus. Just a classic name. But some of the stream snipers that are listed here have been trying very hard, such as Narissa's XXL Milkers.
Yep, he walked up to Narissa when she was by herself, and he proceeded to twirl in circles and let her kill him.
Truly, the chadliest of
What
men.
a gentleman.
We
Sorry,
also-
randos I queued with. I'm a simp.
That's okay. There was also Biboo's Rock Candy Feet Liquor. Feet. Is the only response I can think of here.
All I can say here is this reminded me of Biboo playing Katamari, where we got to see the king's feet. And she said, and I quote, "Put those grippers away."
I fucking love this rock. Listen, here's where I'm at right now. I want to love Narissa more than anyone, but unfortunately, I love Biboo more.
I'm very happy where I'm at the point. I'm still in that like early thing where it's like, I am scrupulous of all of you. And I'm just waiting for each one to take their turn to cross the line to be like, all right, you're good. All right, you're good. I think I'm almost at the point where they've all crossed the line.
He's a Shiori stan. He just doesn't want to say it.
I'm a Shiori stan. She crossed it immediately. It was such a fucking strong intro. They all had strong. This is the closest everyone's been to the line at the start.
That's the thing. It's really hard. Like, it's hard to pick favorites. We all do. Don't lie. We all do.
This is the strongest gen start, period.
Yeah, but they're all fantastic.
Everyone's out the fucking gate, like, already confident. Bijou feels like she's been streaming forever. The stream's like, the Katamari stream had no awkwardness, no shyness, no dead air. She was just funny the whole time.
Dude, legitimately, she made an entire stream dedicated to having memes made of her. She's so fucking good at this. She's so good.
Narissa's already aggressively collabing. Shiori has no trouble talking and collabing as well. And she's really good at coming up with variety. And Fuwamoko's already like fucking on fire.
Fuwamoko's getting memed into the fucking dirt. It's amazing.
They're the perfect mix of like being funny, being cute, but also being memed on for like some of the dorky stuff they do.
They're just so happy and poppy all the fucking time, you know? And also, whenever they are sad, it's somehow even more cute. So, they've just got everything going for them. And you know what Shiori has going for her? She's sick.
She is sick. I watched comeback stream when I thought I wasn't going to, but then last night was not a very sleepy boopy night. Mm-hmm. I'm ashamed to say I fell asleep listening to her stream. And I think like the last words I heard from like, whoa! It's like, okay, Shiori, good night. You go off, girl.
Oh, she was real bad though.
Oh, the first thing I came back to is like, first of all, her fucking comeback stream is her in a straight jacket behind like a cracked glass. Like, oh my fucking god,
in
girl.
a white room.
And she goes like, oh, I gotta go let my cat out. Here you go, chat. And she moved the straight jacket so it's on chat instead, so she can go let the cat out.
Hold on to this for me.
Yeah. And she comes back like, I usually gotta run into this room because the cats will come in and want to leave in like 10 minutes. I fucking love them. I think one of them's name's like Peanut or something. And I'm like, that's the cutest name for a cat ever. I want to go to bed so bad.
It's a good cat. I like that cat too. So yes, Shiori's back. She's very sick. We're sorry to hear that, frankly. Hope you get better soon.
Yeah, she caught a sickness during her trip, and she speculated as towards how she got it.
Does she have someone sneeze in her mouth? What happened?
Gosh. Again, watch the stream while falling the fuck asleep. She's just like, oh, maybe I got it from this tea I drank, or maybe I got it here.
Carlos, do you know?
I caught the last like 2 minutes of the stream.
Damn it.
And then
I need answers.
it caught the last 2 minutes of it, and then she raided Bijou.
That's what you do. You raid Bijou.
All paths lead to rock.
And then Bijou's like, why did you raid me? We have a meeting in 10 minutes.
Oh, fantastic.
Love that
Best
for her.
answer. Anyway, Shiori's got Terraria, Amanda the Adventure, Needy Girl Overdose, Phasmophobia, Advent Collaboration, and 2 days offline coming up for her. Their schedules are posted for everybody for the next week. Go check them out. We didn't compile them this time.
And I'm going to say, I see why she needs to be offline for editing. I see here on the outline, we had the educational bug stream. Mm-hmm. She did one of those, like, excavate this clay box to find bugs in it. That thing's fucking edited to here and back. Like, there's a part where, like, she's talking about, like, fire for some reason. She's a log in a campfire set ablaze. Very well edited.
Nice.
I'm excited to see what we have.
Yeah, she had them her days off specifically marked as editing days. And after seeing the video she put out, those are definitely editing days, not not days off.
So she's really emphasizing she's going to be a variety streamer. She's going to put out videos, normal like content.
I love the fact that like, okay, so Shiori isn't the strongest person for me personally.
That's fair.
And it is what it is. But I love the fact that she's doing all this weird zany fucking shit.
Like I said, all these girls have their own strength. Shiori's biggest strength, that's stronger than everyone else in Advent, she found her fucking nook and ducked into it as fast as possible and is in full control of it.
Yeah.
This is her niche. No one else is touching it. She's fine. She will always be okay.
So we've got Crazy Girl doing crazy stuff. We got Singing Girl who's put out a new song every 2 weeks. And we'll basically continue to do that for this foreseeable future. She's already announced another one, I think. We've got Adorable Doggos, that adorably dog. And we've got the Rock Gamer.
Yes.
I like it. I love everyone. They're all great.
It's a good thing, too, because none of them really have like any like extreme overlap. Like, it's very easy to say why you would watch each person.
Yeah, definitely. They all bring something different to the table, and it's all pretty great. You know what Ame brought to the table? An AI chat game called Vaudeville.
Indeed. This was a fun stream. I watched this one while I was doing my meal prep on Sunday. Ame played one of these new style detective games because these have been coming out. So there's been a big emphasis on AI, which is probably better referred to as pattern learning algorithms, because it's not artificial intelligence. It's just programming that understands patterns and how to recreate them. She played a game called Vaudeville, where it's all about you're a detective in vaudeville. You need to figure out how these people got murdered. So, oh my God, Ame's a fucking detective, and she gets to detective for once. So she's going
character.
Exactly. She's going around, she's talking to people, and she's trying to figure out what's going on with the mystery, where to go. And the game is obtuse. The biggest issue of an AI game is modern AI, as we know it, is very confident when it's wrong. It will tell people flat out falsehoods with confidence, citations, and it's just wrong. This is bad for a detective game because when you're interrogating the person who did it, they're lying to you. And they mean it. But you could also be talking to someone who just has the wrong idea and they're confident about it. So highlights of this stream, to go over it quickly, is Ame was letting chat steer every once in a while. And then we're like, all right, chat, what do you want to say to this guy? Detective, hi. My chat wants me to ask you a question. They're curious if you're single. And the detective replied like, I'm not comfortable speaking about my love life, but I've been wed for several years now. Thank you. And they'd be like, what color's your underwear?
I love that the first thing chat asks everyone and everything that fucking moves. Are you single? Is your mom single? Is your dad single? Is your mom's dad single? That's every fucking question. I like that Fumoko's answer, by the way, for the first time was just somebody asked if their mom was single, and they were just like, "What do you think?"
They've been at this; they get it.
Yeah, like it's all fun and games, but it's like what chat immediately goes to.
There was also a part where she informed the police chief that she is live streaming and thousands of people are watching her investigation. And the police chief went off like, I don't keep up with these newfangled things. There was one part where a character made up AI shit because she asked, do you like anime? And she's like, I heard there's an anime club at the theater. It's like, it's 1920s America. What the fuck are you saying? And Ame literally left and said, oh, that's so cool. I actually wish there was an anime club I can go talk to now. Wouldn't that be cool?
It's called Japanimation.
But the best part is there's a character who leads a circus. His name is Saxabar. This character is a fucking asshole. Here is a conversation I partially inscribed to him. Amelia to him. Do you know who killed Maria? No. Are you lying? Yes. So you do know? No. And it's just this for another 2 minutes and Ame getting more gremlin-y angry at him. It's so fucking funny.
Dude, it's so hard to talk about Ame being a gremlin because we don't have the Ame gremlin noises. Yeah, exactly. Just like that level of stuff all the time. That sounds like a fantastic stream, though.
I recommend the first like 40 minutes of it because after that, the game's a slog. It has very poor reviews on Steam. It's not a good game, but it's a brave game. This is very experimental. The technology's just not there yet.
Sometimes you just got to give people credit for doing something new and different.
But hey,
like Apple Vision.
would like Apple. What a nerd. Ooh, it's 9:28.
Oh, interesting.
We should all have Apple visions. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Super Chats. The future is now. Carlos, read the notes. I'm sending them to you now. Yeah. Whoosh, whoosh.
Welcome to episode 300.
1 second. I'm being attacked by a great white shark in my peripheral.
Oh, no. I'm just in the middle, like...
You're like frothing. Nick, are you watching Fuamoko's new stream?
Breathe, Nick. How do I breathe?
How do I work the body? I don't know how to work the body. Breathe, Nick, breathe.
I don't know how.
Fucking breathe.
How do we breathe normally?
How do we do anything? That made me so happy.
Oh my god. Watch I Think You Should Leave if you haven't. Really dumb show.
It's so fucking stupid. Maybe don't. It ruins your personality.
A little bit.
It makes you a big piece of shit.
You know what else ruins your personality?
What?
Talking about things that aren't Hololive.
I don't want to.
Too bad. Pomu got a new outfit.
Yay.
Oh, wait.
She will soon.
She will soon. This weekend. Saturday.
We have enlarged her armpits.
Oh my god. Watame's gonna love it.
It's like sheep need salt licks. Hey, that's a saucy comment. Hey, I'm a sex guy too.
Yeah.
I like sex.
Yeah.
Sex.
Yamada. We're really off the rails this week. I don't know what's happening.
I drank a whole thing of this. I'll move the label away so they don't think they're perceive themselves as sponsored.
Drinking Ardbeg this week. Either way, Pomu's getting a new outfit. Watame likes armpits. Everybody wins.
Genuinely excited. Pomu's fucking awesome.
Yeah, Pomu rules.
I don't like the
Do we
next
know anything
headline.
about the Pomu outfit, or is it just happening?
News.
I believe it looked sort of like it's going to be like an investigation type outfit.
Amelia
Ooh,
wants
I like it.
BRB going into new outfit. Sherlock Poems.
Okay, well, I guess that confirms it.
Yeah, it's live in 3 days.
It's literally
yeah.
Pomu Ame.
Yeah.
Amelia Pomsu or whatever the
There
fuck.
you go. All right, let's move on to the FaZe Connect X Mahjong Seoul Tournament.
I hate Mahjong.
I've never played Mahjong.
This was just a really huge event that they had been advertising a lot. I have no idea how to play
motherfucker.
Mahjong.
I play FF fucking 14. You go to the fucking Golden Saucer, the mini game world. I go like, oh, there's Mahjong. I play it and it feels like you're playing with a 6-year-old. they go all like fucking like, I got this clip. Golden win. That means it's my turn. It's like, what? I declare Shashu. It's like, what do you mean? I know it's a real game with real rules that you can really learn, and it's required to 100% Yakuza. My friend has informed me he hates Mahjong now. I'm excited for the Mahjong tournament. I'm curious how many people in FaZe Connect know how to play Mahjong.
A lot, actually.
Really.
Tenma is Chinese, so she knows how to play Mahjong. I believe by law.
It's a.
I'm just calling it like I see it. So no, Tenma is known for playing Mahjong. There's a really, really good like series of clips out there of her playing with Pippa and a few other folks.
Did Pippa know?
Pippa loves Mahjong.
Oh, I would not have characterized her as a Mahjong
really good
type.
at it. She ground Tenma into the dirt like 30 times in a row.
That's nuts.
To the point where Tenma was fucking screaming.
That's fucking
at her.
funny. That's funny.
It's hilarious.
I know Tenma was like the favorite to win. I only watched like one wave of matches, because after like 20 minutes, I'm like, I've watched this for 20 minutes. I have no idea what they're doing, and I just stopped.
Also, I guess I don't know for certain that Tenma is Chinese. If I did misidentify her, I apologize.
We're
be certain about that.
Sorry, Tenma. We'll clarify this.
Yeah, we'll clarify that immediately because I feel.
I
bad if
appreciate
got
I'm
that wrong.
Googling her, and the first thing that comes up is Tenma FaZe Connect nationality.
Oh, she's Japanese.
FaZe Connect debuting it. Japanese is all we got. We are sorry, Tenma.
Yeah, I apologize. I guess I read somewhere online that she's Chinese, so I guess I'm just off.
We're sorry to echo speculation. We didn't know.
Yeah. Now we do.
But Tenma was the favorite to win the tournament, supposedly.
How did that go?
Which went over real well whenever Pippa won the
There
first
you go.
wave.
Either way, I haven't watched this tournament, but they were advertising it very heavily. Like you said, I'm not shocked that Pippa was doing really well because Pippa unironically loves Mahjong.
So, yeah,
I don't know how you love Mahjong, but you do.
I've heard her say multiple times how much she was really looking forward to it. And I don't actually watch Pippa that much. So.
Yeah. It's one of those things, too, where I kind of want to learn how to play Mahjong, so I really should check this out. All All right. Speaking of Pippa, though, she also did something very smart and played Honiepop on
What is
YouTube.
happening? What is wrong with these people?
Yes. She swears that she was playing the censored version. There are still breasts.
We can't get away from
Naked,
this.
exposed breasts on YouTube.
Which is why it is also banned on Twitch.
Yes.
YouTube, the cooler cousin. Oh no.
I'm going to read this out verbatim. People begged Pippa to go for Audrey. Parentheses, the mean druggie.
So-
Parentheses.
God, Honiepop is such a product of its fucking time, where a lot of character writing was very much like amp up tropes to the maximum. Hate to bring it up again, but I remember Honiepop specifically being in the Homestuck era, because Homestuck's writing was a lot like, take this thing and just... Honiepop was like, take this thing and...
Makes sense.
I love drugs. I'm a bitch. I want cocaine. Play Tetris with me.
Honiepop is very blatant about that.
Oh my God, the characters are like... I would not have written the character that way, but go off.
There you go. So chat was pushing her for Audrey. She was like, "No, I'm going to hang out with this cat girl." Chat was backseating the entire game, which was great
How
because
do you backseat the puzzle dating game?
because they're just like, Pippa, there's 4 right there. Just move that green thing. And she was just like, "You're an idiot, chat. That doesn't even make sense. It's not even there." And then she'd move it and be like, "I guess you were right." Like every fucking time.
Sometimes.
Well,
and
sometimes.
then half the time she's like, there's nothing there.
Yeah. She either wouldn't see it or she'd eventually see it and be like, "Oh, okay, I got it." But like either way, that was most of the stream that I watched. I did check out like a half hour of this stream as it was happening. She played the game until she got the cat girl,
Yeah.
of course, because that's what you do. I remember her just buying a shitload of gifts and just dropping them onto the cat girl. She says she only ever plays these games until she gets the love interest she wants most, doesn't play them ever again as she feels it would betray her first choice, and then admits to playing the Yasuga no Sora visual novel and stopping after doing the sister route. I don't know what that last point is. I don't really want to know. Cameron is Googling
it.
I would not recommend Googling that show.
I'm clicking on the Wikipedia. Those characters look innocent.
Isn't this one of the ones that Fuumoko listed as something that
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And everybody was like, "What?"
So to be blatant about this, it's incest. And it's hentai.
Remember that guy I used to know that went by the gamer tag of Sister Fister? Anyways. Yeah. This game, again, it showed up for some reason on Fuumoko's played list that they really liked this game a lot. It's one of their favorite games. So
Yeah.
Maybe it's like that. Maybe it's like that one Usagi thing where it's like, oh, you just don't finish it. Like it's good for the first 19 hours, and then
I imagine it's probably like the School Days visual novel.
Yeah.
Where everybody only knows the absolute worst side of it. But if the people that have actually played it have said that that's like not really like the biggest part of the game. But I honestly don't know because I've never wanted to touch this series, so I can't confirm one way or another.
I think it's best at this point if we just sort of leave it.
Yeah.
Let's go on to something equally upsetting. Someone who's British. GX Aura has debuted on Twitch.
Are you tired of web browsers that just don't stack up? Edge pesters and Chrome harvests your data and doesn't even tell you when Steam games come out? What if I told you, my dear friend, that there is a VTuber who can convince you to change your fucking web browser?
It's the official Opera GX VTuber.
That's right.
GX Aura.
Fucking Opera.
Yes. This has been talked about for a while. She finally got a debut. It's finally happened. She's real. She's here. She's very British.
They've been teasing this for I don't know how many months.
Since the start of the fucking podcast, it feels like.
Pretty much.
Now, here's the thing. I pick and I make fun and I joke around and I have a good time.
Yes.
I really like her accent. It's very nice.
Nick, can I ask you a personal question?
Go ahead.
Are you British?
No.
That's good because
No.
I'd hate for there to be a bias.
Yeah.
Good. Okay,
Too right,
continue.
mate.
What?
She also speaks Japanese.
Oh, I like Japan. That's
Tuesday,
a cool
innit?
country. Oh, Japan.
She literally tweeted that, by
Yes.
the way.
Today she did tweet Tuesday, innit? And then someone was like, Choco Tuesday. And then she like spammed taco emojis. And then somebody said something about a bottle of water. And she then said, "Too right, mate." It's memes all the way down, folks. It's all fucking great. I love it. She claims to be a browser gremlin, which she fucking is. Again, it's memes all the way down, folks. She loves girly anime, and she really likes ketchup. She likes to drink ketchup. It's her favorite drink.
Okay.
She puts ketchup on everything. I believe she has a ketchup emote.
Wow.
Her first intro, at least as far as the point where I jumped into the stream very early on, was her singing Baka Metai. I told you it would come back up. Indeed. Several hours later. She likes doing voice acting and impressions, that kind of stuff. She has a very good voice, honestly. Like, again, I said that I like her accent, but her entire voice is really good. She's a good singer as well.
She did a whole bunch of like different voices just real quick to show off what she can do, and she is very good at it.
She's obviously played around with her voice a lot. She made sure to show her feet. She got the piggies out.
You could pay for those grippers.
Them grippers. Damn girl, them grippers. She has those, like, they're not socks. They're like, they come over under like the heel of the foot. You know what I mean? And then they're like stockings. She has those.
Oh, stockings.
But her outfit in general is really cool. She has a really cute hood and other stuff. So she's part of the hoodie gang.
Her design reminds me a lot of Shy Lily's.
Yeah.
I did look it up, and they aren't done by the same artists. So I guess it's just coincidence.
Coincidental.
Must be then. But yeah, she's got a kind of a similar look to her. I'd say that for sure. Her first week of streams, Euro Truck Simulator. She said she's a good driver. Discussing her top 10 anime. Sticker Shop Simulator. Yakuza 6. And then finally a karaoke stream. Her debut stream capped out at 73,000 viewers, which was, I was one of them. It was fun to watch and fun to see. She has an intro lore video, which is how it actually started. The stream started. I missed this part. I came in after.
I saw the lore video and then I had the bug out.
It's fully animated, and it's actually really interesting.
It's
that's cool.
More than it should be.
But regarding like the view counter, I did see some people were kind of complaining about that because apparently they're being being picky about it mostly because I guess her stream was actually embedded in the Opera GX browser.
Yeah, she also got rated like 30 times though during the stream, so there was a lot happening.
So there are people kind of being annoying about it, saying like, "Oh, she didn't have any viewers. It was all her embedded stream." And
maybe who knows?
It's like, yeah, but she's literally she exists just to promote their browser, and her stream was embedded in their browser.
Yeah, like maybe
so
just a bit calmer, my friend.
There you go. She also has a kickback cover available now. It's apparently very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'm curious how you guys feel about this. She is a VTuber who exists with the premise of I'm going to advertise Opera GX.
Yes.
Opera GX has had a very good marketing campaign where they do like, let's make our Twitter really funny. Let's shut down people who are being racist. Let's have a stance. Let's be funny. The Opera GX Twitter, pretty strong. The browser, pretty all right. It has unironically fixed problems. I have seen someone troubleshoot an issue of a program with it, and Opera GX was the solution. So you know what? Go off. But still, it's like this is almost like kind of like a Japanese mascot situation where it's like, oh, look, there's this mascot character walking around. What are you doing? I'm advertising a new subway. Oh.
Windows 11 time.
Even more so. I'm curious what you guys think of this because it seems like she's dedicated to being in the space and interacting with VTubers.
So, would you like to go first or should I?
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay, you go first then, Carlos.
I think it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like, I have no problems with it as long as she doesn't turn into a walking advertisement and legitimately is a good streamer. I really don't care. The only catch would be if Opera GX would ever happen to do something really stupid, and then everything will be very awkward. Yeah. Which they have been caught doing some very stupid things in the past.
Yeah, but not stupid enough, at least for now.
I don't. Yeah. For reference, Pippa has had a whole stream on this talking about it, and Pippa is banned by the Opera GX VTuber. and not for anything she did, but because of
situations.
Because of things that Opera GX is trying to bury.
I will say that until now, when I hear Opera GX, I think of the VTuber.
Yes.
And I don't have a problem with that. I like her. She seems really funny and interesting. As long as she isn't shilling every second, as long as she's actually there just being a VTuber and having fun and doing cool stuff, I don't have a problem with it. You know? I get that she herself is an advertisement, but you know what? So are every VTuber's advertising themselves, at least. Hi, Sonic. I will also say that up until now, the only thing that I thought when I heard Opera GX was when everybody for Pride Month turned their logos into a rainbow version of their normal logo.
Yeah.
And Opera GX turned theirs into a version of their logo, and the background was just two men kissing.
Yeah. And as people replied going, I hate this, they went, tough it out, brother.
Yeah.
This is what we do.
Yeah, there you go. So they're all full of memes anyway.
I actually remember when that happened, a few people were like complaining about it. And then to spite them, Opera GX is like, well, because you did that, we're keeping it for another week.
There you go.
My feeling is like, first of all, it's like, number one, she's going to have a hard time collabing just from the perspective of she is a brand VTuber. Like, we might never see her collab with someone from Hololive because it's on the premise of like, if she's here, she's sponsoring a product and she's doing it. And if she's collabing, she might be doing it for free. Like, we don't know how we feel about that. We kind of want to negotiate stuff with you. We'd much rather do it that way.
Yeah. And it does make a lot of sense that it's going to muddy the water.
And it's weirder ground, too, where it's like, we've kind of gotten used to the way VTubers work in this space, where if you're affiliated with a company, you're expected to have either a generation or a pool of people who you can collab with. If you're from Nijisanji or Hololive, you have a gen that you are expected to interact with. That's why we set up these gens, to give you guys stuff to bounce off of. If you're a VShojo, it's like, oh, you can interact with any of these people you want, and we don't deeply care who you interact with, just be cool. If you're Indy, you have buddies, like people you already know, and there's no one fucking telling you can't. Like, we have Limu that we all like here, and like she just interacts with like other people from Vinesauce or Snuffy and just chills out.
Yeah.
How
many people has Phillian brought onto her streams in the past like 3 months? It's like 400 people somehow.
And Our Mouse can collab with anyone on the planet she wants.
Yeah, 100%.
So who can Opera GX interact with? Sorry, GX Aura.
Well, that's the thing is like, and collaboration and interaction is how streamers grow, period.
Yes.
Like if you're just streaming on Twitch and not doing anything that's outlandish and super interesting, if you don't have like the over-the-top personality people look for, then guess what? You're not going to grow unless you can do collaborations. And even whenever you hit a certain point, you have to collab because your audience, you have an audience now. And there's going to be, like, if you can cross over with other people, it's going to help each other out.
Yeah, like
that's how people grow.
The names that pass people's lips is when Germa turns his life into a sim house, or he kills Vinny in a saw-like trap.
There you go.
IRL. Like, you have to be outlandish and interact with other streamers to help yourself grow. GX already has going for her that she was outlandish. It's like, lol, here's the meme browser. And now she's a VTuber. Will this be a gimmick, or will she be someone who will stand the test of time and really ingratiate herself?
Yeah. And that's the thing is like her first impression was very good as a VTuber.
And she has a normal ass VTuber schedule. She's streaming.
Mm-hmm. And that's just it. I think that she, with or without Opera GX, the browser, I think she would have been a very, like, she is a good
I like
VTuber.
her a lot.
So we're going to have to see if this is an anchor that weighs her down or something that helps her out.
And I'm curious what her revenue split will be, because like she's working for like a company that makes like big money. But we don't have to wonder what the revenue split is for this company, for Idlecore.
Yep, Idle Corp. Avail, the CEO and founder of Idle Corp, has started discussing and announcing revenue splits and what theirs look like at Idle Corp.
I believe they posted a general idea of it, and then a lot of people started arguing about it online. So he's been clarifying very specific details the last couple of days.
Like utter transparency.
Which is, it's fantastic to see in the first place. The general split is 60% of income goes to the talent, and then 40% goes to the corporation. 60% of all super chats, memberships, stream elements donations, all of that goes to the talent. 100% of all stream expenses are paid by Idol. That is a huge thing. We know from Hololive and other companies in the past that if somebody wants to do a concert, they pay for it. If somebody wants a music video, they pay for it. That comes out of the streamers' pockets. With Idol Corp, they are for their equipment and things like that. It's paid for by the company. He went into a bunch of very specific details and things like that.
Yeah, the specifics are the revenue you get from any donation of any sort is 60%. Physical goods, the split is going to be 30%, which is actually pretty crazy.
Yeah, when you find out the Niji Sanji split is like 2% for the talent.
Yeah. And considering it's usually the company that does everything for physical goods, it's usually just the talents generally do nothing more than promote it.
Yeah.
And that's usually where their involvement stops.
Yeah.
And they're still getting 30% of that.
I know that most talents demand sign off.
Yeah.
They have to sign off on each piece of product that's made. Because I know that Suise, whenever this figure right here in particular, the Relax Time figure was coming out, it was sent to her and she was like, the chest is too big, do it again. Like, and then they revised it and she was like, it's still a little too big, but okay. So it's one of those things where like they sign off on the things that are made of them. It's part of their identity too, and they deserve that, which is good.
And sometimes they can do more work on it themselves too if they have the ability.
Yeah.
But digital goods will be a 60% split. Sponsorships will be 55% to the talent.
Nice.
They get a $6,000 debut package just for signing on. And the big kicker for all of this was, and this is part of what people were arguing about the most, was anything that they need for streaming, software, hardware, anything, is all 100% covered by Idol Corp.
Yeah. They specifically called out, like, if they need Adobe licenses, paid for, period. If they need computer, like a new graphics card, paid for. Like, there's a ton of things that they specifically, he listed out in this tweet as examples. And it sounds like it's a great deal, frankly. Again, Idol Corp has to be aggressive in this.
Yes.
As a business, it has to be aggressive.
Like, let's not pretend this is anything but an advertisement.
Yeah.
We are aggressively saying, hello, here's Idol Corp. We are being transparent about what we pay, what we do. Here's all of our talents literally agreeing with our story. Here's Rin Penrose saying, yep, this is how it is. I love it. Please come here. We're having fun. But you should probably pick us over some of the other guys.
Yeah. And they're a growing company. They're a young company. They're a growing company. And they are growing steadily. They are doing pretty good numbers, especially for where they are. But again, these aren't Hololive numbers.
No.
These aren't Niji Sanji numbers. It's a smaller company and there's smaller like expectations in that regard, at least as far as the counts are concerned.
Yeah.
But again, this is 100% like you're going to make less probably, but you're going to have a lot more of it, you know?
Yes.
And the CEO has specifically said that he's hoping someday that the money that they're getting, like as the companies split, as they want to reinvest that into the same thing that all the big companies do. He wants to go to conventions. He wants to put on concerts.
Yeah.
He wants to do everything that all the big companies are doing.
So if you'd like us to go to conventions, Idol Corp, and represent you, please get in contact.
It is important to note, the revenue split here at Super Chats is 100%. We get 100% of the income.
That's true, which is 0.
That's still 100%, dude. Don't make it seem like it's bad.
I'm not. I'm just saying you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, we've all made $0 off this.
Well, all right. Well, let's start with the negatives of how much money we've made because, believe it or not, equipment's expensive.
Minus. Yeah,
so you got 3 microphones, an audio recorder, a bunch of lights.
This was like
camera.
$1.
That was at least $1. This is a $60 bottle of whiskey.
$14 for pineapple powder.
Actually, this whiskey was a gift. So
yeah, it still costs you money. This is like $1.
Yeah.
Nick, I don't even want to go into the numbers.
I'm
He has
expensive.
emotional damage I've dealt. Like the therapy itself.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Like that's a real Gargura. That costs like $5.
It did cost $5 at least, maybe $6.
And to ship it was like $12.
No, I brought that back from Japan.
Yeah. What about the
But
other?
I had to be shipped, and that was expensive.
You were expensive. You were an expensive little package.
Buy a round trip ticket to Japan, then we'll talk. Like, that shit ain't cheap, let me tell you. You know what, though? Yuko's back.
Yuko's back.
Speaking of Vital Core,
I love Idle Core.
Yuko Yurei, the little goblin ghost, is back.
She is back.
She is. She took what, like 10 days off?
Yeah, it was 10 days, 2 weeks,
vacation.
roughly.
Yeah. And I say that she took it off, but she did a couple like Twitter Spaces and little streams like that, kind of.
Yeah, I think it was just 2 Twitter Spaces.
Yeah.
And one of them was her the stream with her parents.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. So check back there if you want more info.
Go back and watch a previous episode.
So her first stream back, it was just another chatting stream, but she did briefly discuss the stream that she did with her parents, and we mentioned her dad was really telling a lot of jokes that she wasn't really appreciating a whole lot. And she clarified in this stream that she talked to her dad afterwards, and she said her dad literally had an entire notebook of jokes written.
I love her father to death.
When does he debut?
Dad stream.
I want Boo Dad. Oh my god, that's amazing.
He was mildly upset he didn't get to use more of his jokes.
Fair enough.
Yeah, this was just like a chatting stream. She's kind of a bit of a weirdo. She says all kinds of random things.
But she loves My Little Pony.
She does.
She just wants to watch that and be comfy.
Yeah, she was talking about how she's like, I watched My Little Pony and I loved it. And then I go and I watch Walking the Dead and I just feel anxiety. I want to watch My Little Pony.
Oh, I can't blame her there, I guess. You were all after the good feels, right? I'm just going to go point by point through what you've put in here real quick. Balding Gate, which she thought was a mobile game. Is she going to play it, or is she just learning about this?
She was discussing this with chat. I don't think she's actually going to play it.
No. Gotcha. That's a big commitment.
Yeah, I look at that game and I go, that is 150% not for me, personally. But I respect it. People love it for a reason. She hiccups and squeaks constantly.
Yes.
Very cute.
It was very noticeable this stream. More than her other streams for some reason.
She's worried about being horribly out of shape for when they get 3D models. I believe like Kiara's noodle arms were a concern as well for her. Things like that, you know.
Yeah, because she saw the posts that their CEO was making and saw the point like live 3D concerts, and she's like, I am horribly out of shape. I get tired just watching the Hololive members do that.
You know what that means? Fucking gym streams getting ripped,
Gym
getting
stream,
shredded,
gym
getting
stream.
tore up. That's the way to go right there. She says she used a Sims story to bamboozle the chat where you told me about
Yeah,
this.
I remember this.
Where she was just like, oh, I lost 2 jobs and I got like all this other terrible stuff happened to me. And then she was like, in Sims.
So it went on for like 15 minutes.
Oh no.
A heckin' bamboozle.
Sounds like though it's just generally good to have her back, and welcome back to trolling.
Yeah, she gave some future plans, future streams, has more role play streams
thank God.
planned. That seems to be something she likes doing.
Good.
Very good.
No more lemonade, please. Roca Rourin, who is my favorite fucking name ever at Idol Corp, is an amazing singer. I remember when this generation came out, we sort of went over them, and I, again, straight up fucking said, Roca Rourin, what a fucking name that is. And I stand by that to this day, but like it's not like any of the other names. There's fucking puns in every VTuber name. That's sort of the joke, isn't it?
Yeah, Idol Corp seems to be especially in on this right now.
I completely believe that, especially with this Coni Confetti and Roca Rourin. But either way, Roca Rourin, we've been exposed to her music now, which makes sense with her name. Mm-hmm. Oh. She does a bunch of different archived karaoke. 90s songs, jazz, city pop, acoustic singing, soft karaoke. Soft karaoke.
Which is a little weird because she hasn't actually done a rock karaoke yet.
I guess she's not so rock a roaring.
Unless you count her 90s stream.
Sounds like she's rock a line.
What's she singing in the 90s stream? Is she singing like
Is this like 90s
Stone
like
Temple.
grunge and
It was a mix of
Nirvana.
things. She did sing Metallica.
nice?
Yeah, that's rocking and roaring.
There we go. I
Hell
like
yeah,
that.
brother.
Hell yes.
But
Master.
yeah, I very highly recommend her jazz and her acoustic streams.
Nice.
Which this is where I mentioned before that I wanted the two of you to listen to something.
Yes, you sent us a couple clips, and I listened to both of them. They were really, really good.
So did you hear her Snake Eater clip though?
That one you didn't send, I don't think.
I did. I don't think I did send that. So we have to listen to that
Okay.
one.
Here we go. Live reactions and all.
Oh man, you time coded it. What a Chad.
I did.
Are you playing?
You knew you have better speakers.
Oh, she's saying Careless Whisper. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's technique. She has excellent breath control. The real highlight though is that Super Nintendo making the instrumentals.
100%.
I get it. It's like copyright protection or something.
Throw it in the crunch box.
Bit crusher. Yeah. Very tight control. She's had lessons. This isn't self-taught. You can't learn how to do that by yourself.
Unironically great.
She is fucking superb.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
Holy moly.
I take back every joke I ever made about her name.
She's by far like one of the best VTuber singers I think I've ever heard.
Yoly
She's
moly.
So good.
She's had lessons.
Which is why I'm so glad that, like, all of her karaoke streams, well, I guess I can't guarantee all of them, but multiple of her karaoke streams are archived. So you can go back and listen to like 4 or 5 of them.
I'm going to have to listen
you
to her
should.
Careless Whisper.
Yes.
Oh, she sung Creep, thank
But
God.
for now, we're moving on to Coni Confetti, another Idol Corp mainstay.
Is she the clown?
Yes.
Wow.
She has the spiky teeth. And she also ate a MRE for her 30,000 subscriber celebration.
Yay, I'm surviving.
Steve MRE 1983 or whatever would be proud.
Fucking that channel. This is good.
Let's smoke the cigarette.
Oh, this is awful.
Those are my favorite ones where he gets a cigarette in his MRE and then smokes it and talks about it. All right, but we're talking about Coni right now.
She didn't smoke the cigarette supplied.
No, she used the toothpaste.
Good, continue.
She did a bare hand cam,
Bare hand cam.
which is good. I'm glad to see that's a thing now, frankly. And she ate a question mark Portuguese or Spanish MRE. So it could have come from anywhere in South America, basically, or parts of Europe.
She was attempting to read what everything was, and it was not in English, and she had no idea what she was reading.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Let's run through the food real quick. There was cheese that kind of looked like Velveeta.
It lasts longer.
It does. It's processed cheese product. Legally probably distinct from cheese.
Very legally distinct.
Some kind of soup. Carlos, what the fuck is some kind of soup?
It was a package. She put it in a bowl, and she added cold water to it.
Perfect.
You're supposed to heat it up.
Have you guys ever eaten MREs before?
No.
So, my favorite thing is that U.S. Army MREs, the ones that you heat, all have the same instructions on them. And they say, at one point, whenever you're activating the heating product, to lean the bag against a rock or something. And then
Yeah.
they have a diagram that has a picture of it leaning against a rock or something that is labeled as rock or something. And I love how very vague that is. Good job, U.S. military.
What's our genre? Rock or something?
Rock or something. She also ate an apple/honey goo.
Ah, thank God, goo.
Excellent. And a can of fish with olive oil. I assume sardines.
She was too
It was
weak.
actually fish.
Yes. I mean like sardines. Like something like that.
Sardines are a fish.
Like
I
a
mean,
can
no,
of
I mean
fish.
it was like a chunk of fish.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well,
very
sardines
specific.
are like whole fish that you eat
Yeah.
out of a can.
Yeah, but this is a chunk.
This is a chunk,
A
that's
much
fine.
larger fish. Perhaps a trout.
Maybe. Perhaps a Chilean sea bass.
I love sea bass.
She was too weak though to open the can and had to have her parents open the can.
I love
for
that
her.
factoid. Thank you so much for sharing that.
She showed it on stream, and it was like cracked open a little bit. She stalled for like 25 minutes. She did not want to eat this thing, and eventually the chat convinced her to go get her parents to open it for her.
Amazing.
It's so fucking funny. Go get your dad.
Ma! She also had lentils with chorizo. That sounds delightful.
That sounds fine.
Yeah. There was toothpaste in there.
Mm-hmm.
Is she a picky eater, Carlos?
Absolutely. She hated everything.
Perfect.
She did not eat any of it.
Well, she's never.
She
gonna
tasted
survive
it
the
all,
war.
right?
She tasted it.
Okay. That's called a polite bite. You try everything on your plate and you eat what you like, and then at least you took a polite bite.
Most of it ended up in the bowl of cold soup after.
Fair enough.
Into the soup.
At least she got to brush her teeth afterwards, so that's nice. Tell us about horrifying story time, Carlos.
Peak the horror.
So I don't even know how she got onto this tangent, but she was saying, "Oh yeah, my sister's boyfriend works a really dangerous job. And it's just, I guess it has something like sometimes they work around electrical stuff." Or she's like, "Oh yeah, I don't understand like my sister's boyfriend like all like he has such a horrible job." He said once like one of his coworkers like touched something electrical and like got horribly fried from it, and like his skin was falling off. And it's
Dude,
like,
you don't mess with power lines.
yeah.
So I actually used to have a roommate, and he's still fine. He's just not my roommate any longer. He moved out and moved in with his girlfriend. But he worked the high lines, like the high power lines, and his job was to cut down trees so that they didn't land on the lines, because that would bridge the lines and everything caught fire then. So you don't want that. But yeah, during his time as a lineman, like he knew a guy that he bridged the lines and caught like 40,000 volts, and the guy lived, and I wouldn't want to after that. Like I'm gonna spare a lot of the gory details, but that guy is like he lost limbs and his vision, and he's just permanently like handicapped for the rest of his life. And like you don't mess with high power lines ever, not ever. Those people get paid real well and they deserve it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Don't work the high lines. But yeah, don't just big electricity, big scary is my opinion on that whole thing.
Yeah, I'm good, Chief.
Yeah.
I like whatever I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
I'm a
And then she told a story that her mom told her like when she was a kid. It's like it involved a wood chipper.
Oh my god.
And she didn't go into too much detail on that one.
Is there like a certain level of disturbing every VTuber you watch needs to achieve?
Is this Shiori's ult? Because the next word I see is cannibalism.
I don't remember how she got on that tangent either, honestly. But she then informed us that we've probably all eaten human anyway at some point, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to think about that. I'm gonna move on from that.
Somebody loses a finger in the slicer sometimes, you know. Nah, they usually retrieve that stuff.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Unless it's Purina.
But hey, if you'd like to retrieve any modicum of self-respect, you probably shouldn't subscribe to us. But otherwise, feel free.
We are the downfall of Western civilization, and we're here for it.
Yeah.
Subscribe down below.
If you do like what you hear, drop us a subscription. Let us know what you're thinking down below. Drop us a comment. We're always happy to hear it, even if you're being mean to us.
We actually like that.
Yeah, it's kind of our thing, you know, as a group.
We don't shame.
If you're listening on podcast services, we appreciate a 5-star review, as always. And tell your family, tell your friends. Probably not, because, you know, who wants to admit they watch VTubers? But definitely spread the news around about us. We're trying to build up and get more folks to interact with us and talk with us. Hopefully, again, we're working towards interviews, hopefully before too long. Anything else about self-promotion, boys? Got anything to throw out there?
Working on a rap.
Cool. Let's move on to our industry focus real quick. Thank you. Oozora Subaru.
Never heard of her.
She is. Let me tell you about her then. She's a member of Hololive Generation 2.
Sounds old.
It is. She's been streaming since September 16th, 2018. She's been in the game for a while. She has 1.52 million subscribers on YouTube. She canonically is the manager of an MMA team and an esports club.
Fucking liar.
She is a bright and cheerful girl, full of spirit. She can interact with anyone and everyone without hesitation.
That is true.
Yes.
That is true.
Her mama is Shigure Ui. who is a VTuber herself.
She came from an egg.
Very well known. When I was in Japan, Ui Mama was doing a collaboration with a bookstore I went into, which was kind of startling because I just walk in and then Ui's on the screen and I'm like, what's happening? Have I found the promised land?
Did I die?
Maybe. Truck-kun. Her birthday is July 2nd. Her height is 154 centimeters, which is approximately 5 foot 1 inch.
Freedom units.
Very tall. She speaks decent English, better than she usually realizes.
Gura is genius.
Indeed. She spent some time in Canada as an exchange student, so she has some English practice in that regard. She has actually said that her biggest difficulty speaking English is the grammar because she has to reorganize the sentences in her head as she's speaking.
In our grammar, it's like fucking mayhem.
Yeah, our grammar is the opposite of Japanese grammar too, from what I understand.
What if instead of having just one grammar system, we have both of the grammar systems and we just jam them together and hope it works?
Yeah, and if you do it wrong, we can tell, but we can't explain why. Welcome to English.
Valid English sentence. Buffalo, 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 buffalo.
Indeed.
Good language.
I love it. She don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure.
Okay.
Are the lyrics to Heya, which is one of the biggest things in Subaru's life.
To be fair, Heya was also one of the biggest things that ever happened to me.
Fair. Shake it, shake it.
Like a Polaroid picture.
Like a Polaroid picture. So there's a enormous meme in the West because of Reddit, as far as I can tell, where it's Subaru and a duck. We talked about that connection earlier on.
Yeah, strangely enough.
And the dancing duck meme was a big thing. It really exploded her stardom in a big way in the Western world.
Why do I all of a sudden have a lot of people talking in my chat? Why are they all English? What is a heya?
100% the
Why do they
actions.
keep asking where the duck is?
And now she has a duck hat.
Yeah,
So
yay.
it works out. She is, of course, a member of Holotori. We talked about that earlier as well.
Honorary bird.
She is also a member, though, of FAMS, which is Fubuki, Ayame, Mio, and Subaru. Oh. It's a fun little group they made. And thus also a member of the extended group, OK FAMS, which is Okayu Karone, Fubuki, Ayame, Mio, and Subaru. There you go. She, perhaps most importantly, gave Yago his name because she read Yago's real human name incorrectly.
I can't believe
During
you didn't
a
have
stream.
name before this.
His name was Taniko.
Taniko.
And she misread it as Yago. And thus the meme was born, and Yago's real name is now known to all.
She is a duck. He is Yago.
Exactly. She
has-
has the power to transform this world with her words.
Reality alteration powers and all of it's clumsy.
As a streamer, she's well known for her chatting streams, and she plans these out like very meticulously. She has a very specific list of things that she talks about to the point where she has fully translated English notes that she displays on the screen as she talks.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So if you're an English speaker and you want to check out one of her streams, her chatting streams are actually very friendly for English speakers. So there you go.
I'll say that's one of the biggest things to note about Subaru is she has a strange amount of reach out into the English audiences. Like you see English VTubers interact with her more often than a lot of other Japanese VTubers.
100%.
Yeah, there's very specific ones that have huge connections to the English audience, and she's definitely one of them.
She has just enough English to survive and just little enough to be really funny.
Yeah. She thrives on it too. Do you guys have any clips that you want to call out first of all, I guess? That you can, like you just said one, honestly, which is the
Her whole cop stream with Bae,
100%.
the entire
so
thing.
good.
That stream's fucking funny.
I did see that stream.
Yeah.
That's like the third or fourth one she's done. I
Oh!
think.
My actual favorite clip. It's her playing COD Zombies with Botan. And
Oh, yeah.
her fucking screams are like so fucking realistic. It sounds like she's actually dying. And Botan can't get over how fucking funny it is. Like it's just a dog appears. She goes, ah!
I also love the one where they're playing Call of Duty and Botan comes up a ladder in front of her and Subaru unloads an entire clip into Botan's face before realizing that it's Botan. So, just in general, just those are fun streams. I do love her cop streams. They're really fun. Carlos, did you have any that come to mind?
Nothing really besides stuff like that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So there you go. If you like ducks and you like VTubers, there's a VTuber duck for you.
Thank God we were here to inform them about this VTuber.
I know. No one's ever heard of her 1.52 million subscribers.
Not a single soul.
Now, we're going to move on to our English focus, which I have listed as do not open until podcast
Yes, indeed.
for my co-hosts here, because this one I just learned about this week.
Okay.
From the Pipster, Pippa.
The Pipster.
Now, we've said something factually incorrect on this stream many, many times now.
We've been wrong.
And I only learned just this week about this. And that is that Gura is not the biggest VTuber.
Okay.
She's not even close.
Okay.
I'm about to tell you about a VTuber that I don't think any of us have heard of called CookieSwirlC.
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
What?
Originally, her name was HoneyHeartsC.
Oh, duh.
And even more originally, it was HoneyHearts27.
I was there for the start. What the fuck?
She started her YouTube career in 2013 as a horse girl. And I don't mean that she is like the anime horse girl, like the Tamawe, who's the big like VTuber right now that's a horse girl from the U.S. military.
Okay.
Yeah. No, she was a girl that really liked horses, and she bought toy horses, and she talked about her toy horses on the internet. You following?
Yes, I'm on board.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
She does not need to evolve past this point.
She primarily did a lot of toy reviews, and then she did some like chatting stuff, and that's where her popularity really kicked off.
Okay.
At this point in her existence, she's just a lady. She's a human person, right? She just makes toys reviews. Eventually, she started gaining some popularity. She started talking about video games. She does a lot of Roblox content. So
I understand where this is going.
her fan base is children, is where I'm at, right? Mm-hmm. To the point where she has 20.2 million subscribers.
Why aren't we streaming Roblox?
Because we don't like money.
True.
Yes, her entire audience is children, primarily 3rd through 9th graders. She has an app that teaches children like school topics, math and English and things like that. And she has the hundreds and hundreds of Roblox videos. The most recent one that I saw at the time was her doing something about the Grimace Shake. Again, she creates content for children. And she has, 20.2 million subscribers. Apparently about 2 to 3 years ago, at some point, she gained a VTuber avatar and has been proceeding as a VTuber
Okay,
ever
so
since.
it's basically...
So, she was not originally a VTuber, but currently she is. So your definitions might vary.
No, the biggest VTuber of all time is Markiplier. Check out the model they just got.
I know.
Yeah, I get you. She entered the space.
Yes. The thing is that she is a full-time VTuber now. Like, she does, as far as I know, she does not produce content on her main channel that is not her VTuber avatar anymore. So, again, the definition is a little skewed here.
No, she played Gertin of Ban Ban.
I don't know what that is.
We'll talk about it off podcast.
Okay, that's fine. So there you go. I was made aware of this, and now you're aware of this. That's how this works.
That is so wild.
Did you learn about this at the same time, Carlos?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me because that's the big thing right now is when parents want it. YouTube is the new children's TV.
Yes, 1,000%.
All parents, they go to all these children's like channels, they subscribe to them on an account, and they just like hand the TV to their kid and put something on. It's just new free children's programs.
Yeah.
And that's why they all have millions of subscribers.
Wow, which YouTuber made the most money? Was it Markiplier? Was it the PewDiePie? No, it was fucking Ryan's Toys review. Children content is extremely lucrative.
It is the biggest money.
I look forward to Gargura's whatever corner.
Gargura has repeatedly expressed that she's worried that she has made her stream overly saturated and that it will appeal to children, and then she'll be like sucked into that side of YouTube.
That side of YouTube is brutal. You wake up one day and the top rated comment is, "I love your horse."
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh no, I've lost.
Yeah, Gura really, sometimes she actually does ride the line pretty hard on that. She
does.
played Peppa Pig on stream.
Oh, I mean, so did Solid, though.
And so did
like-
Bay, and she's a PP streamer.
That's true. She is the pee-pee streamer. Pee-pee rat. All right, let's move on to birthdays real quick. There's one. It's Kayla. Happy birthday, Kayla.
Watch the clip where they sing "Happy Birthday, Kayla."
Yes, Kobo does that, and so does Zeta. It's really
Watch it. It's the best clip.
All right, that's everything for us this week. Do you guys have any
Yeah.
closing thoughts before we head out?
I'm dying inside. Roblox is the only way forward.
Carlos, anything?
No.
It's really hot in here. Good night.
I'm miserable. I love all
Bye.
of you so much.